go.
Are we pressing start?
Hello, everybody.
Guys, whoa. What are you all doing here in my room? Chill out for a start. I'm glad that you got clothes on this time. Hi guys at home, it is me, Jules, WhatCulture.com, joined by the rest of the wonderful, fantastic WhatCulture gaming team, and we are bringing something very special to you today because, as you may have noticed, last week we hit 1 million subscribers! And we thought we'd celebrate the only way that we know how, by not doing any work and taking 2 hours of our boss's pay to do massive fun streams.
Yeah.
What? Well, they know about it anyway. So hello to all of you watching at home. We're going to go run through all of the introductions and we're going to go through some very special stuff. We've got a Q&A. We're going to do a live chatty faces for you. Hopefully it won't bugger up like we've done with the rest of the technology this time. And then we're going to be playing Mario Kart for you in a pseudo sort of mashup tournament. It's going to be hectic.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, your catchphrase on the gaming channel. It seems.
Now, just very quickly, how widespread are the rules of Mario Kart? 'Cause I had to have this explained to me.
Yes.
Do not worry. We will explain the.
But they might not know.
We will explain the official rules as we
People
go.
can play along at home.
Yes. Although I don't think we should be encouraging drinking and driving.
Press the big red button at home if you want to play along with Mario
I
Kart.
tell you what, if you want for your security, just pop your credit card details and the number on the back and send it to me, and I will explain the rules to you quick, sharp.
Yes.
It's WhatCulture Prime, effectively. So, hello to all of you. I'm Jules. I'm joined by
Rich.
I'm joined by
Scott.
Josh.
Rich.
Did you say bitch?
Yeah, you said bitch.
I have an accent, Richard.
And of course, the one, the only.
Ewan. I nearly did a Scott then, except with my name, not my age.
Age I forget.
Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is a massive, massive thing for us because we couldn't have imagined we would be here, let alone like when Scott started the channel. And we will go into this later on in our live chatty faces, but it has been a long, weird, up and down, tumultuous road, but we are here at the 1 million subscriber mark and we only have you at home to thank for it. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. So we have some kazoos, as Ash has just pointed out. So why don't we take
Play us a song.
Yeah, play us a song.
Drop one thing we all know.
Yeah, we'll guess.
Everybody, hands on hearts.
Okay, we'll guess. National anthem. Here we go.
Culture anthem.
I was proud and appalled.
It is so
Brings a tear to my eye every time.
I think a load of spit came out the end of it, to be honest.
I'll do that.
Like, this is the thing. Our theme tune is quite disgusting, but it has become a part of us. It has, yeah.
I never know where it came from. We just kind of got it one day. It's just a thing.
Oh, look at all the people in the chat just saying thank you very much. Yeah. Hello.
Yay.
Maybe Chris can calm it down a little bit there, but that's fine. it's fine. You know, it's
Just we can.
part of the course.
Just me.
Yeah. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is a Q&A. So we polled Scott decided that he'd put out some questions and said, like, you know, send in all your questions to us and we're going to answer them for you here today.
So, do you want to leap straight into this Q&A? There's some really nice questions.
Yeah, I mean, we can just say hi to the people there and we can just...
Well, we'd say, I mean, not to the one in the middle with the showing and talk about the other people with the nice things to say.
I mean, we can answer that. I mean, thank you. Okay, Chris, I take it back. If you want to say what you want about Ash, but you're still going to buy a t-shirt, you can do whatever you've got down by like on that.
Mark Young says, will this video be uploaded to the channel? Yes, it will.
Yes.
I think we're going to edit it because it's in different chunks and we'll put up the chatty faces part of it and we'll put the audio on the podcast thing and all that lovely stuff. So,
Which just reminds me, because ICW has just said, your HP is shite, eat a burger. Now, that actually might not make sense at first, but you may notice that on screen we have a health bar, because we at WhatCulture Gaming are the boss. We do.
Where is it?
And if you're wondering what that is, basically what happens is that if you donate any money to us or the channel, then basically what you do is you chip away the health of that health bar. And if you are the last person to take off the last bit of HP, you become the boss. Now, while that doesn't sound like a pretty amazing thing, apart from having your name on screen and us paying respect to you, our respect is worth jack all. It also means that if you are the boss at the end of the stream, we will give you a WhatCulture Gaming care package complete with t-shirts, WhatCulture board games, even other bits and bobs that we find lying around. I'm not saying it's stuff that I've been sent that I don't want, but I'm not saying that, alright? So just...
We get sent nice things.
We do get sent nice things.
I'm just going to set up an account called Nuns Pat, and then he can...
Oh, Nornstpat.
Nornstpat.
Yeah. I
You
like
can
it.
enter the competition and win everything.
There are some very nice little comments up there in the feed. I don't know how to get back. Earlier in the feed, people have said congratulations that we're all good people.
Oh, thank you
and we
very
deserve all these lovely things. So that's good.
Are we all just agreeing that Josh is the most
Hang on, I can
fuckable?
show you that.
People can't see it.
That's right, I can show it. I can do it from here.
Oh, there we go. Cyphixia, the cyber goddess.
Thank you very much.
You are brilliant.
Yeah.
You really are brilliant.
Can you guys speak
That's a great idea. We're
Exactly.
gaming channel. Yeah.
Andy Osmond. That's my favourite comment so far. Welcome to WhatCulture Gaming.
So this is how do they take away HP? That's by
So you basically
subscribing and donating.
subscribing and donating.
Yes.
When you say paying like that, you say it makes it sound so dirty. This is actually we can't keep doing the stuff that we do without the support of people at home.
very
So
true.
it's not a case of us just being like, give us money. It's like, please give us money, or else I'll have to get a goddamn regular job working in accounts again. And I don't want to do that. I can't go back to some of them.
I don't want to go back to retail either. We'll
You
stay
worked in
far.
Argos.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Free
Actually, some
discounts on
Hey, look,
rent.
it's Jules.
Oh.
Oh, well. The guys know where this is coming from, but I will just say that there was once a person who worked here. I'll just name him. Just name him.
You can see what he begins with. Letter begins with.
W begins with a W,
Yeah.
and he basically tried to. I'm not saying that he aped my style, but he came up and asked me once, how many your mum jokes should you put in a list? And instantly I was like, oh, that's what I've become, isn't it? Just an absolute market for shite cracks. So I decided that from that point on, I would only do one per list to limit myself and make sure that they really count. And then it just sort of took off. So that was
Blossomed into a beautiful flower.
yeah. It was a strange
Now
time.
it's killing the hydrangeas and we don't know what to do.
Oscar says Jules' mum joke right now.
Oh,
Go.
Jesus
Go.
Christ.
Go. Go.
No, because I've had this happen to me before when I was at the cinema where someone came up and was just like, do your mum joke. I'm like, why? I'm not insult my mum now!
Just walking around the corner. I got my mum here for you to do this. What are you doing? You
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to throw a nice one in. Diger1009 says, congrats for the 1 million subs.
Hey.
Thank
you.
I'm going to pepper them in every now and then.
Yeah.
Even though many people are still requesting the mum jokes. No, we will ration them.
We are ration. There will be some. Don't worry, I've got them up in the old doodle.
You wait until Mario Kart's kicked off.
Jules, you could give Morgan Freeman over his. I don't know.
People are demanding it.
If you went into the race.
Send me Ewan. I'm not sending you Ewan. I've
belongs to
fought
us.
so bloody hard to get you back from
Can't get him in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Not to worry.
Jesus Christ.
Tyler
knows. I don't like wet bread. One of my favourite new things to say at the moment. But anyway, let's do some questions.
Do you want to do some questions?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Because
yes.
we do also have the chatty face thing later.
We'll do that as well.
In the hour, yes. All before the big bureau card thing. So, first question comes from Jim and says, what game would you recommend as a gateway game into gaming as a whole? One that showcases the current generation of games like graphics and gameplay and all that kind of stuff.
A gateway
So
game.
essentially,
Oh, wow. So something that
the
represents
very
gaming
first...
industry.
Yeah, someone says I want to get
Oh,
into
okay,
gaming.
I'll
What's
put
the
it black.
first thing you give them?
Ooh.
It's quite hard. I remember we actually did an article on this a while ago. It was like what you would give someone for the first time gamers, what should they play? So I think if it was something from the current generation, it would have to be something that's quite accessible.
Can
but
I
also
go?
very...
Can I go first?
Yes, if you have one,
Yeah.
feel
Can I
free.
say Breath of the Wild?
Yes, that's
actually-
kind of what I was getting around to.
Accessible wise, I'd say Spider-Man.
Spidey's
I
very
was
good.
Spider-Man,
So
yeah.
it's
Spidey
got two
as well.
Breath of the Wild, two Spider-Man.
Graphics-wise, narrative-wise, is very good.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh,
Very, very playable.
Fantastic game.
I would double up on Breath of the Wild, I think. Mainly because it's the best game of all time.
For
but
me-
also because it's very smooth.
For me, it'd be Persona 5.
Really? It's only the best Persona.
Actually, no. I'd say
Gateway
no, Persona 4 maybe because it handholds for so long that it does teach you a lot about gaming, about the frustrations. Because not all gaming is great.
True.
I mean, maybe.
I think you said
said
you're going
Evolve,
Persona
yes.
4.
Evolve.
Yes.
Oh, I'd go for Persona 4 Golden Edition.
Okay,
because
okay.
that was.
Hey,
spicy.
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that got a lot of us into it.
Current.
Yeah, you want something that's a
Okay,
bit new and
sorry.
sort of like showcase all the things that
I was gonna say,
modern games- That's
We
both
had-
good and bad.
We've got a couple of super chats.
You're gonna have to get through me first, Snyder. You're gonna
Actually,
have
so
to get.
fine. I would have your babies. Well,
Hey.
I lay them like sea monkeys, so there you go.
Also, RO Live Gaming, my son and I love Yol from Texas.
Oh, thank you very much. We love you.
We love the Lone Star
And
State.
also, Stefan said you need a black man on the team, fly me out.
Yeah.
Mate,
Sure.
If you're qualified and good for the job, then come on board. Brilliant, yeah.
You should. So the question that we had before, I don't know if Ewan and Ash submitted their picks. What would you guys have for your gateway games?
So
Yours would be
yours-
Rainbow Six, wasn't it?
I was going to agree with Rich about Spidey.
Yes.
Multiplayer, Yeah, go on, say Siege. You know, start them off on the good stuff.
Siege has a
wean
hell of a
them off on
learning
the,
curve to get stuck into.
Yeah.
Ash, what would yours be?
It's not a modern game, but what got me into gaming, and I would also recommend, would be Mass Effect 2. Because I think it still
Mass Effect
stands
2
up.
is by far the best.
No, I reckon you
Favourite
can
game of all time?
technically count that because they're on the PS4 now. You can get Mass Effect 1, the trilogy.
Can you?
Can
I think they're
It was on the
back-to-back.
PS3, that was it.
There was always rumoured they're going to do a trilogy,
It's
but
good.
you know, whatever. Next question comes from Doc Oct, who I like the name of. Of all the upcoming highly anticipated games, which one do you think has a strong chance to be a flop? Now, I picked this so I can say one word: Anthem. That game is not going to do well.
They see, before they
Yeah.
ruined it with more marketing and delaying it, I would have said Days Gone looked promising. It could have been crap, but all the stuff since the first announcement of Days Gone, it all looks crap.
I think that'll benefit
yeah.
from being a PlayStation exclusive, but not
Yeah,
enough to
but
like
we
fully
saw like
carry
20
it.
minutes of gameplay a few months ago, and it is the dullest thing I've ever
fucking
seen.
good.
I'm really worried about Respawn Star Wars games.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of all the enthusiasm for that went down a big old macrotransaction toilet bowl, and then Amy Hennig's Star Wars Uncharted thing, and
Star
that's
Wars
gone.
itself,
and-
bit of a
The
rocky
way they announced
plateau.
it was so weird. It was just like, oh, we
That
have a
did
Star Wars
sound
game.
It was
called
literally your dad and
Jedi
your
Fallen Order.
It was
Yeah.
your dad and your uncle just playing with
rubbish.
toy lightsabers in a dimly lit room, and they're going,
You
"Hey,
went to the guy in the
new
audience.
Star Wars game, everyone."
I know, you got the guy in the audience. Hey, you've got a new game. He's like, yeah, we do Star Wars. Like, you're in the audience. Get on the stage.
He was like, announce a game now. Announce a game.
That's literally the one per listing. Do it now! Do it now! I've got a game, Star Wars!
I agree with the person in the comments.
Yeah,
Freddie, you all.
Anthem
will fail.
Anthem is the one.
Rach and Ash, or Jules, do you have any suggestions for what might not get off the ground?
Ah, man.
Days Gone is
No.
So I'm saying Days Gone, but it's kind of
Fair.
a given, really.
What was the game trailer that me and Heppel looked at yesterday?
Oh,
Christ. Was it Arcane Heart or something?
no,
not-
the Russian one.
The thing that I thought was called Atomic Heart.
Atomic Heart.
I thought it was called Atomic Heart.
Now
but-
this is the thing.
No.
Atomic Hearts looks amazing, and that's the problem. It looks fantastic because it's set in an alternate USSR, and you play as a sort of a lone survivor trying to make sense of the war. But it's like all these weird technologies and bits and bobs, and
It's very Bioshock.
Yeah, it's very
Okay, it's
Bioshock
very
meets
Bioshock.
Fallout in
Metro
terms of
when
the
you
sort of
said USSR. And
It's very similar. Actually, it's very similar to that. And
Mhm.
I just worry that because I look at it and think it graphically looks amazing, and then they show some gameplay, it looks kind of like Nier but first-person shooter.
Oh, Jonathan Lenhart, you legend.
Wow, but yeah, that's one I'm worried about flopping.
I'm going to read
because I'm
out
actually excited.
Mr. Jonathan's message. Been watching for a while now. Started with the wrestling channel. Now I watch almost everything. You're all darlings, especially Jules' beard. Opinion
it's
question.
sentient.
That's
What was the
separate
best
being.
SNES game? I'm going to go
Thank
Super
you,
Mario
Jonathan.
World.
Right, okay. Underrated,
Go
but
on.
amazing. Is the Back to the Future SNES game. It's Japan only, and it's mad as hell. It is
I didn't even know there
absolutely
was
mad.
one on the SNES.
I'm
The
gonna
best,
say-
but it's just what I need to say.
I'm going to say, the correct answer.
Link to the Past.
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh!
Wait, no.
Yeah,
Donkey
yeah.
Kong Country 2.
I never had-
Diddy's Conquest is the best.
I mean, it's not.
It is,
the best SNES game.
No, it's the best Donkey Kong game.
Okay, well, no, yeah. Tropical Freeze pretty good. Get Funky
Country is
Kong
the
with the
Yeah.
sub.
Country
Country's
is the
pretty
best.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay,
this is
put in the
gonna
chat
have a
whether you
rush.
think Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2 was better.
I hear good things about 3, to be honest.
Yes.
Also, just before we continue, there's another few money things have been put in. King Muttley, my boy King Muttley.
Oh,
He does actually have a Muttley laugh. It's brilliant. He's told me to prestige on zombies. Because I'm shit. Scott, your anger and passion is brilliant.
Oh,
And
thank
he
you
loves
very
us all.
much. I like to
Thank you,
channel it
King.
into some sort of profitability.
You.
And
Yeah.
Jarvis says, no question, just wanted to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
cheers.
Thank you so much.
Let's flip the script a little
Okay,
bit
sure.
because
Whoa.
Kratos Sagara says which we're most excited.
Kratos.
Yeah, Kratos himself, Sagara says which game are you most excited for at the beginning of 2019 from the first 2 months?
Beginning.
Or if that's too hard,
Yeah.
you've got over 2019.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh wait.
It's got-
Kingdom Hearts 3!
Oh, that's it.
I thought it was
Finally
Animal
releasing.
Crossing.
Oh no,
Oh,
come on,
no.
Kingdom Hearts,
Okay, that's
guys.
three.
Am I the only person in
My
the
mind's
world?
got a blank. I can't even remember what's coming out in the first 2
Resident
months.
Evil.
Oh,
Resident
yeah,
Evil 2
yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
winning
I'm most
shout.
excited for that because I've only
Very
played
hyped.
that in snippets because I never actually owned it.
So,
yeah.
Mr. Sagara submitted 2 questions. One of them was the 2019
Sure.
one. The other one was which genre of game are we all burnt out on? Now that
Battle
is
Royale.
it's going to be like
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale's the
Battle
hardest.
Royale, yeah.
I guess just the general sort of way the battle royale's rolled out is that you play it once and you're done.
I'm kind of burnt out on
Sometimes.
dating simulators.
How many you been playing?
You tell me you're not hyped for the Dream Daddy sequel.
Mate, the Dream
Daddy's
Daddy,
really good.
is amazing.
That's
It was made for the
Wait a minute.
Game Grumps.
You've got to list your dating simulators.
Oh, hi, what's the pigeon one where you fuck a pigeon?
Hatterful boyfriend.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
legit.
what-
I got the
that's
platinum
not this
on
year,
that.
though.
Well, the thing is that like last year I had to do a list on these dating simulators are weird.
Yes.
So I played a lot of them to try and figure out what it was, and then I realised
Had to.
Yeah, I had
to do this
Come
list.
on, man. I had to play a lot, and I saw a lot of boobs in places that I didn't.
You delve into Josh Brown's world and you've never come back out.
Yeah, the thing is that the worst one by far was the Sharks Dating Simulator XL, which
I
is
saw that.
it's a parody of
You
like
date
dating
sharks?
Yes, but it's a buxom shark who looks like she's like
Sharks with tits.
Daisy Duke. She looks like
Yes,
that.
because she's on the thumbnail, isn't it?
It's
yes,
oh, dude,
yeah.
Was this
it's
Did the people who make Shark Tale make this game?
All the
it actually has
unused
better
designs that they
writing
have.
than
Oh, right,
Shark's
okay.
Tale.
Go
Dude, you
on.
swap those sharks out for whales in Ant-Man.
Sperm whales.
Not that we should give you any context, but Josh Brown, he liked to shag a
animals.
False narrative.
It's not to worry. So the next question comes from Nick RLC. He says, you're hosting a dinner party, there are 3 spaces left, and the gods have allocated them to be filled by video game characters only. Which 3 do you pick and why?
3 Geralt.
Well,
3 characters. Oh god. You can have Geralt, Triss, and
You
Yen.
have an unhealthy obsession with that, man. You would have loved it when we went down to London for the
he was
the
lovely.
Capcom
He
song.
had a nice
I saw the video
face.
and I was like, whoa.
He had a nice.
Jesus.
Geralt is a
everything.
delicious man, to be fair.
To be fair, right? So you don't want someone who's going to eat all the food. So
No.
Snorlax is out.
Kirby's also out.
Kirby's
Oh,
out.
Kirby'd have the whole table.
The bank could be gone in like 5 seconds.
See, I think you want someone who's a bit banter happy, so I would have like Nathan Drake, I would have Dante, I would have Uncle from Red Dead 2.
They'd all get into a
no,
fight
no.
now. They
Uncle
would.
from Red Dead 2 would be
Right,
amazing.
I was going to say, I bet you Nathan Drake would be really obnoxious on the dinner table, just there talking about, oh yeah, remember that time I found that lost city? Oh yeah, no, I did that.
And Dante, as much as I like him, he's a bit of a prick.
He's got great taste in music. Not the 2013 one, it's the regular, the only Dante.
Emo Dante.
Not, shoegazing weirdo.
Rach, who would you pick?
Dante in it. Dante all the way.
Stop.
So like who would I want to hang out with and have like
I mean,
tea
it's clearly
with?
Dante.
Stop it.
No!
You've had your wedding, your moment's over.
I guess my girl Aloy would need to be there.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's great.
Beautiful
Yeah.
voice actress, let's face it.
Oh, my girl.
Ashley Birch. So beautiful.
Who would you guys have over for dinner? Mr. Ewan,
Oh,
Ms. Ash, Mr. Rich, Mr. Josh.
You know what? All the lads from Left 4 Dead 2.
They
Just
just
get
get a break a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
Pills here, and then just there you go. Sorted.
You know what? I like a bit of gossip, so I'll get Elena from Uncharted, so we'll just slag off Nate. I'll get Molly O'Shea from Red Dead Redemption 2, because we'd go in on Josh. We'd go in.
She has so much left to say.
The secrets that Cam will have, I'm finding them all
It's
out.
fair.
Rach and Ash, who are you having at your dinner party?
I mean, I said Aloy. I don't know.
It's fair.
The bard from the Bard's Tale also with Geralt.
Just so you can sing with him. Just so
Yeah.
you want to
Are
sing
you
with
just bringing people to the thing that you want to
Maybe.
have a Mass Effect romance?
Maybe.
with?
And they, oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
Drell's come! Oh my
Right,
god!
okay, why is
Drell.
Drell such an appeal for
Oh
girls?
man,
Drell.
he's a hunk.
Yeah. Mass Effect, man.
He's the Mass Effect.
I thought that's what you meant. I was like, that's the species
Which
from Mass
guy,
Effect.
Drell?
Yeah.
He's called, he's not called
It's
Drell,
like
his
a-
species is
No,
Drell.
but he's got cold
Wait.
blood, so you can't have a nice
Thane.
warm
Thane, yeah, Thane.
Yeah, you
Thane.
can't have a nice warm cuddle with him because you hug him and he's just like, my body is cold. It's like,
I mean, you can keep Thane. I'll take Gaddis.
Gareth
do you know who
Snow.
no one's
That's
right?
nice.
Do you know who no one's taking though? Is that bloody absolute idiot from the first game?
Oh, Kaiden.
Caden.
Oh, yeah.
No one saved Caden.
The worst.
People in
Ever.
the chat, like, did you save Ashley or did you save Caden? Everyone.
Oh,
I think the whole world
Dash.
saved Ash. I mean, I don't see the point in saving
Kenneth
Caden.
Anderson, thank you so much. What's your favourite Legend of Zelda game? Mine is Majora's Mask.
Dude,
so we're like-
same.
Yeah,
Dude,
seriously, it is
same.
like it is without a
Are
doubt.
both of you guys backing Majora's as the favourite?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's Breath of the Wild.
Well, I understand why a lot of people say Breath of the Wild. It's just that I guess it means more to me
Yes.
personally.
Oh, Majora's Mask art style is gorgeous too.
Now, apologies if I pronounce your name wrong, but Joak just says thanks.
Thank
you.
so
Just
much.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's so lovely.
I really appreciate that.
Would you like another lovely question?
Yes.
One came in from Ben Hanrahan, says you have to listen to a video game soundtrack for the rest of your life, but you're never allowed to play that game again.
Oh.
Which game do you choose?
This is easy for me.
Go on.
Because the Scott Pilgrim movie video game was acceptably good,
good.
but
Right.
the soundtrack by Anna
Anna
Managuchi
Managuchi.
was the tits.
Now I can also throw in Hotline Miami 2 because I love Hotline Miami, but I can live with the first one. The second one's soundtrack is better.
It's really interesting though, because I was playing recently, and it was actually, you gave me a pin of it earlier, which I wish I was wearing now, for Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio Future had a fantastic soundtrack, but if I'm going to cheat, then I'm going to say DJ Hero, because those were...
That's just a collection of songs.
I understand they were officially for the game.
My best
As a game, that's
favourite Beatles album is the best of the Beatles.
I feel like I'm going to drop in like Brutal
And it
Legend.
tells a shout.
I'm not going to play that again. Like, Jesus
Persona
Christ.
5 also has an amazing soundtrack.
Oh
They are
god, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Totally right with
Would
that.
Jules do a rant video for the High Road level? We did that back in the day. Me and you.
Do you want to do it?
And
We'll count down and say what we said on the video.
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck the High Road!
Wow.
Always the
I knew it
worst
was
level.
coming. I knew it was coming.
This is before your time.
It is.
Yeah, it's aggression before
I'm
you
so
guys
fresh
came.
and new.
You mean you didn't watch WhatCulture Gaming before you joined?
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into
Hey.
that.
Always
Foreshadowing.
Soundtrack wise, I don't know whether to choose between. I'd pick Cuphead. I'd happily just.
Yeah.
If I finished Cuphead, I'll happily.
It is
not play it again, but
infuriating to
I
play.
can't not have the soundtrack in my life.
Fair.
You've
More
got
than
it on vinyl.
I have the quad LP Cuphead vinyl, and it's the
Only
most beautiful thing.
A question for me and only you.
Oh.
Do you think you would ditch Sonic Mania because you can play the old ones but keep the soundtrack?
Oh,
No one else likes Sonic Mania.
Probably these two.
Yeah.
Which question would you, Scott? Would you?
I
not
think
play
it's worth it for Death on the Dance Floor. The main robotic
yeah.
theme. So maybe.
I'd say yes, but I'd pick Cuphead if we finish Cuphead now. So
Yes, true.
I can happily just.
A question for everybody.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Comes from Dad to the Fifth Power, which I like the name
Nice,
of that.
cool.
Says, do you think the Netflix The Witcher series is going to work? No, I don't. And I despise it from
Wait,
moment
wait,
one.
Make the wig blend a bit better than maybe.
Oh, here we go.
Also
Based
£20.
on The Witcher.
Oh God,
That's,
the real
that's
question.
typical Ty says. The real question is, who did you go with, Triss or Yennefer?
Well, I'm a loyal married
Both.
man, but even before then,
What is
I was with
I
Yen.
went with both and I got punished for it.
It's got to be Yen. Yen is his wife. That's who he's with in the books and everything. Triss is the
just
the
because you're
fling on the
married now,
side.
you've got to
I was with
stay true to
Yen
this.
before the vows, but I'm just saying Yennefer is the true partner of Geralt. Triss is a fling. The more you play it, the more you realise this. It's
I mean,
the truth.
I mean, that hero
Triss
though.
is truth.
You're with Yen.
That hero.
I know, but don't
Why?
disrespect Triss like this.
Triss is great, but she's not marriage material. Yen
Whoa!
is the one. Yen is the one.
Don't
Yen
talking
is the
shit
one.
about you.
Just saying,
He's-
you
yeah.
miss if you don't go for Triss.
Oh yeah,
saying.
100%
Nothing.
hit rate. You know what I'm saying?
Better than Yennefer.
But the okay,
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so oh, by the way, average white guy just says bye, guys. Got to go. See you later.
Josh, are you leaving?
That was
Stay here.
very quick.
Stay here.
Human male
Kratos,
four.
Kratos Sagara says you're coming to stateside for a Chatty Faces tour
Ooh,
because
God, imagine if we
wicked.
toured this
would,
thing.
we would so
Can
badly.
we
Imagine if
go
we
on tour
toured
with
it.
an absolutely bollocks stage show?
Would
Be
you?
hilarious.
Did you buy a ticket?
Okay.
Best thing.
I'm going to let you guys into a secret that no one here actually knows, and it may not happen, but no, you don't. No, you don't because only me and Phil know it.
Oh.
Ah, right.
Whoa.
So, you know Simon Miller. Unfortunately, he's not here for the moment because he's moved off of the gaming channel. He's only working on wrestling at the moment, and he does also live in London.
What a hell of a life, that man.
Yeah, he does. He lives the life.
There's a lot of stuff.
He likes doing rock music as well, and one of his biggest passions is his band that he's got, which is something called Something and the Juggernaut, and he's started touring with them, and he thought to himself and Cleary and Phil that they want to start a band that does wrestling covers, and I think I might be joining them on the keyboard, but therefore with the hopes of doing shitty little tours around the UK as the WhatCulture rock band so that we can do that.
I mean, I'll go to that,
So,
even though...
so what we do is
We bring Buck Band on tour.
and a butt band, and then Chatty Faces could be the opening act. Wow.
I'm going to leap in.
And you can play the kazoo, you can do that.
Just do you can do the entrance music for the whole thing.
So there you go. So there you
Augusto
go.
Perez is leaping in, says, cheers from Chile. Been watching for 2 years. And also asks what's our favourite video game weapon. Oh, it's the Lancer from Gears of War. There is nothing else. It is gaming's lightsaber.
That is such a bro weapon.
It doesn't matter.
Gravity hammer, I'm all about that.
Oh, from Halo 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
Gravity
the portal
gun.
Yeah, gravity gun is potentially better.
No, Master Sword.
Oh,
It's just a sword!
It's just a
That's not even a thing!
Just a weed blade.
Sword!
Chef
He does this full voice.
That's a duck. I don't like
Oh
wet
shit!
bread
No, yeah,
shirts.
the gingerbread man. Not on
Mate, I'll get on it. I'll get on it. Let's do it.
Okay, would you guys actually like a I'm not a duck, I don't like wet bread shirt? Just because
It's been used one.
Anyway,
One
customers.
thing.
we did it in
It's one of these things
suck. I want a
Right.
dye shirt as well.
Well, I still want to make a more
Untitled Goose
Scott.
Game.
I want a more Scott Noises shirt.
Untitled
I'm
Goose
happy for
Game?
that.
Yeah, I know of it. Was
Well,
that
we could have the duck shirt for that. You
Oh,
You got to time the release for such a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, true.
So, next question from David Comlio, who says, if you could punch one game dev or company square in the face without repercussions,
I mean,
who would it be and why?
Not punching the metaphorical face
Yes,
to the
just the
company is
reputation,
fine, but
PR
maybe not
version that they have. Go on.
Yes.
Mine probably would be in the face. Just
You can.
to make him be quiet.
Punch
for a
him in the
moment.
arm.
And that's because it's Peter Molyneux. And the reason
Ooh, he's
why
not even active anymore.
No, but the thing
He's bringing him back in.
Right, okay, but the thing is that Peter Molyneux is a fantastic hype man. The
Yes.
problem is imagine working for him at Lionhead Studios or any of the other things he's done, and sitting there going like, "Oh, Pete, shut up, please. Why are you saying this? I have to do this now. I have to make an acorn grow to seed. I have to make a bruise last for 3 months in real game time. Why are you saying this, Pete? Why are you saying that in Goddess that somebody can be the actual god of the game? Why are you saying that this cube has got inside? What are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing?"
It's like 6 games on the go.
All I'm hearing right now is that Peter Molyneux is the ultimate banter merchant.
Right, I tell you what,
Save him at all costs.
he has worked me to the core.
It's true.
He totally has.
It is very true. The man is one hell of just a showman, but you can't back it up with anything of remote substance. Other than Fable 2, which are one of the best RPGs of all time, from me.
Fair enough.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Ash and Rach, who would you punch in the face?
I wouldn't punch anyone because I don't hate anything. I love
Well, that's not
everything.
true.
I also wouldn't punch
We've heard
anyone.
you on Chatty Faces.
I'm thankful for games. I'm thankful. I don't want to punch anyone.
the moral
It makes
high
such
road is-
lovely-
Oh,
So
fuck the
boring.
high road, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
Mercury Shadows bought our single on iTunes for 79p. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh.
Who wants to read out Clayton's one?
Congrats, guys! You have my dream job. Hit me up if you're hiring. I'll move from Ohio. What's your least favorite game you've ever played?
Oh, Eleanor. It's just not even remotely fair.
Let him discuss
Not a
that.
single bit of it.
Not again.
Okay, right. Okay, can somebody pass me that Coca-Cola?
You're gonna hit me with
Oh
it.
no.
No, it's
Is it full? It's actually
Coke, yeah, it's full.
I've seen what's something that I can hold that isn't actually that, because we're gonna do like a conch sort of thing. Like, where's the golden
conch?
kazoo? Where's the golden kazoo?
Why
What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
Whoever's holding
Who's
the
that?
kazoo is the one that can
Use
talk.
the pink tape.
Oh, me
Okay.
then. Oh, me then.
Oh wait, no, golden
Oh.
kazoo. That'd be you then. Right, okay, so here you go.
Oh, cheers, man.
Now explain why and hold it up to the crowd. So
I
they
mean,
can see
we've
it.
already done. We did a video on this once. Pretending
What was your
actual-
biggest disappointment?
Yes, I guess it was the biggest disappointment or something. I just always thought that Eleanor was a bunch of really cool systems that didn't remotely come together at all. It's not. It is on. I guarantee.
No, just don't push that in because that's the
I'm not
actual
kidding,
bit
I'm
that makes the don't push that. Why have you pushed
I'm
that
not-
in?
it's already
Why have you pushed? He literally. I just said don't push it in. I heard him
Has
push
he
it
broken
in.
Has he? Okay.
I wasn't gonna do
Right,
that.
That needs some serious tuning, and you're paying for that.
Oh, bloody hell. Eleanor though,
Christ
bad game.
alive.
Telling the chats.
It's just mirroring Chatty Faces Micro Machines World Series. What a fucking shit hole of a game.
It is. But yeah, I never thought it came together very well, and I always just thought it was just the most broken thing. The interrogations didn't feel solid. I hated the characters. I hated the whole thing. See, because you brought this kazoo in, now no one feels they can talk.
No, it's fine.
It's just
fine.
me now.
Well, that was the whole point.
Rambling
Let you
about
finish.
things.
Let
Oh,
you finish.
thank you.
Josh, what's your least favourite game?
Aliens Colonial Marines. It is the worst game.
That's a doozy.
You know,
That was a
not
game that
that
Ash said
bad.
was alright.
It's not that bad.
no, like I said, I've spent a lot of bad fivers in my
You're
time.
gonna use that as a
Bad
straw.
fivers.
Yeah, bad fivers. Bad fivers.
We might need to have a show called where it's just called It's Not That Bad.
Yeah.
And we just sort of talk about it, and then you run in Ash and
Yes.
say
It's not that bad.
Yeah, but she does it more exaggerated in each episode.
It's not that bad. It's like Should Daisy.
Yeah,
Daisy.
So,
Not to worry.
you guys won't be aware of this, but our good boy Rich here, the hairiest man alive, decided that it'd be good when we were playing Magic the Gathering. He like lays some cards down and goes Shadaisy, and then we started taking the piss out of him, exaggerating.
We were at the pub and it was like, oh, you put on Jules' hat and do an impression of somebody in the office.
Yeah, yeah.
And you put yours on and went,
Shadaisy, and then it just got worse and worse and worse.
I wasn't there. But not sure.
Show your boobs.
Cody, thank you for the pounds.
Okay, so Fair City Gaming says if you had to choose between curing all diseases on Earth or having Pokemon in real life, which Pokemon would you have?
I was like, Pokemon!
What?
God, that is actually a really bad thing, because I probably would choose Pokemon.
That's all that is?
I know that.
No, Josh is whispering stuff at me. But
Which Pokemon would you have in real life?
no, well, I would have Charizard, I believe. As long as I can control
dangerous.
it.
Yeah. You couldn't take Charizard anywhere. Don't try and kill otherwise.
He'd be in town.
He'd set everything on fire.
He'd be on the time.
He would set things
little
on fire.
like cushions gone. Puff,
Also, really, really irresponsible, because it's overcast and raining about 40% of the time.
Who's going to get home in 30 seconds? Me.
Not just raining, it's not.
Because he'll die.
Yeah,
It's fine, not you.
Weather's not going to do it.
Okay, right. Now
Nah.
you're really enforcing the horrible thing of there being the master subordinate thing, because Charizard's like, like mimicking raining with a little coat on, and you're like, it'll be fine.
My one is my best friend and wants to take me home. Doesn't want to die. What Pokemon do you guys have?
Espeon.
I want to take the Pikachu I've got wearing a suit and glasses from my Let's Go and have that.
Because what's the trash cunt? What's he called? Trubbish. Yeah.
Trubbish.
Just my spirit animal. Like.
I'd have Trubbish.
Who's the smoggy one?
There's a lot of them. Oh, do you mean like the gassy one?
Coffin. I'd bring Coffin
and
just to
Weezer,
deal with
yeah.
the gases that come from Red
That's
Desk and
just
WhatCulture.
But he explodes.
Yeah, he's not nice.
Hey, that's the end game.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Fucking hell.
Also, shout out to Daniel Evans. Much love from gloomy North Wales. I got a lot of time for Wales, but that's a different story.
So does Josh Brown, but he didn't talk about it too much. Baby.
That was very,
very clever.
Thank you very much. There's a callback for the people who are coming in now.
Do you want to get this one? From Calvin.
Oh, congrats, guys! Long-time viewer. Glad to see you all succeeding. Thanks, Calvin.
Thank you very much.
Will you be making it to any events stateside, game conventions,
Well.
etc.?
Well, E3 has been rumoured, but we're yet to put it all together.
We
Potentially.
Has it?
and we also did the
you were in here.
We also did the UK one
You were in.
EGX, which was fantastic. We got to meet up with ex-alumni Ben Potter, Adam Pacitti there. We saw them and just said hi, which is quite nice. Enjoyed that. It was Trubbish.
It was a lovely time. If we're doing
I
the
like
whole
Trubbish, so that's good. That's fair.
history of the channel. Okay, so at this point, we're kind of going to touch upon some of this stuff when we do the Chatty Faces thing, but Charlie Tav says, what's your favourite list you've produced or made for the channel? And this is hard because for some of us it's years worth of stuff, so you'll kind of like go back into the archives. I will fill the void. I quite like the new one that I did on whether the industry's heading for a collision course.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. It was a hell of a lot of
That was very
research and a lot of different things to bring together. But the general, I was like wondering whether it would actually do all right. But the general reception's been quite positive. I was expecting it to be a wave of dislikes, and it wasn't. So that's good.
Yes, I enjoyed that. Rach, what's yours?
Well, I did the one I did on Dark Souls bosses, I guess. Or
yeah.
I thought you were going to say the one that was what Dark Souls teaches you. Because that
was
was
How Dark Souls makes you a better
definitely.
person.
How Dark Souls makes you a better person. That came right from my heart.
It really did.
Aw.
Mostly good response.
It was lovely. You can deal with the hardships of life if you're good at Dark Souls.
Joshy B, what was yours?
Well, mine's like a cop out because it was literally one that you made perfect, and that was the one we did on. It was like things, life lessons, games taught you. I think was the one.
That I got really fucking emotional towards the end
Jules
of that.
did get really
Yeah.
emotional towards it, and
Aw.
it made it perfect, and I was very jealous of it.
I've not seen this. I've not seen this.
It was,
It's really good.
Sounds lovely.
There
That's
are very few things when you're working for a company that just does lots of lists. Sometimes you get to like talk about stuff that actually like means a lot to you, and it's nice. The moments that those happen, that is why coming to work is so fun.
You can make it work. I think that's why we started doing the Chatty Face thing too, because we can dive into different topics that don't necessarily always work for the lists. Roll it all together.
Sorry, I've just seen this.
Stop laughing at money.
I mean,
Right,
no,
someone
I'm
bring
not laughing at his
$5
money.
in.
I'm laughing at the mum joke that was in there.
Fair.
I spent far more on the nasty things your mum can offer. Thank you all so much. It's very much appreciated. Thank you, Psycho Cyrus.
Big fan
Thank
of
you.
that. Ash, what's your favourite video that you've done?
Ooh, I've got two because one's a list and one's an editorial. So my editorial was why Oblivion's better than not Oblivion, but
Oh, that was the most
particularly
truthful thing anyone's ever said.
the why Elder Scrolls is better than Fallout in general. Because I felt like I researched it and wrote it and was balanced, and I enjoyed reading it all and the response it got. And people talking all that sort of stuff. And then the list I did was actually one that Josh Half did. It was your the video game enemies and what they represent.
Oh, yeah.
They're
It's
always really good.
I adapted half of Josh's list, and then I did the rest, and then Rach edited it, and it was just a really nice team thing.
I'm so proud, like, guys. I edited like a lot of these videos. Just saying.
Yeah, it was. That was
It
really
was
fun.
really good.
There's a Metallica question in the comments.
Wow.
Can I read it?
Of course you can.
Good.
But as long as we come back.
We will, of course. Mercury Shadow says, "For whom the bell tolls, or nothing else matters." Now, we're all Metallica fans, I believe. At least I am.
Ewan's
I'll
the
go
biggest
with
actually.
Ewan's definitely the best. I mean, Rich is a huge
I used to
Metallica
love
fan.
it.
Yeah, no,
Legitimately, yeah.
Yeah. Out of the two of them, I'll go nothing else matters because the solo makes it.
I'll go for Whom the Bell Tolls.
because
Yeah.
of the historical
Oh, yeah.
context
Yeah.
about the Spanish Civil War, which is
Yeah.
really interesting
The riff
history.
is the most demonic thing
Yeah.
you've ever done.
And the intro is really fun.
Yes,
yes.
It's fantastic.
It makes
Oh
me
God, you make a good
makes
case.
me tap
Yeah.
my foot.
Yeah.
My
How
foot
nothing
is
else
tapping,
matters
thinking
solo,
about
though.
it, but
However,
ten out of 10.
Heading on to
Yeah.
Ewan, what's your
For
favourite
this
game?
channel specifically, so I do
Well, yes, we
stuff
do
across
quite
different.
gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we love
my
this.
favourite would actually be a recent one was when I reviewed Spider-Man because it was the first time I got to do the full review process, like, you know, get an early
yeah.
copy,
Yeah.
had the really cool press copy that they sent out, like got to see loads of interesting stuff, and then to like play it before anyone else did, and like have the knowledge of what happened in that
knowledge.
game, and knowing that I was just sat apart from people that would they'd cry in terror if I ever said anything.
It's
Yeah,
like
those-
sitting next to a nuclear war.
Yeah.
Imagine your head just peeking over the monitors like, oh boy.
Oh God.
Looks, somebody's annoyed me. Who's going to pay the price?
It was really cool though because there are so many good things that Insomniac did with that game, and getting to articulate that and bring my perspective as a comic book fan first and foremost was really nice. And I thought the stuff we did after that was really interesting as well. And stay peeled for a review on the next entry in the DLC.
The DLC is out today,
Yes,
actually, if you want to
yes,
play part
yeah.
2 of the trilogy. £20, dollars, money
dollars,
thing.
yeah, dollars.
Wow.
Little X. Are we excited for Cyberpunk 2077? Yes,
Yes.
indescribably so.
Wish it was still
Yes.
person
And
though.
also,
Yes, I do.
also
so excited.
thanks for the 5 as well. Is that from Tom?
Aw.
Nearly Christmas. What's the best gaming gift you've all received?
Oh.
N64.
PS2, 2000, yeah, the Christmas of 2000, whatever year the release launch year was.
2000, yeah.
2000. Went along on launch day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
We're old,
by the way.
mate. Well,
I'm trying to remember now because I remember getting a Dreamcast when I was very young. I don't know if that was for Christmas.
Good
Or there was
stuff.
something different. I know, yeah. And then I remember the first Xbox, and my dad had to get me a special controller because the big one was
You
too
climbing on the
big
chair.
with my tiny little hands. I was there trying to scale it, trying to play like the Italian Job 2003 time game. That's what I had. But yeah.
Your favourite gaming
Your Christmas
present?
gift.
Present. I mean, does it specify Christmas
It
present?
does,
Yes.
yes. Ah, shit.
Well, no, it was Christmas
it's
coming
fair
up.
Favorite gaming gift.
Gaming gift.
Well, fine, if you can find it on there, can't you?
I can actually. I've got the.
We can make it broader.
Yeah, just gaming gifts. Either it would be for my birthday just gone, where my girlfriend Amy got me a Tetris ice cube tray.
That's
That's fucking cool.
That's cool.
Have you tried putting different juices in them to make different colours?
No.
Okay,
Nerds.
try
We should
that.
do
different
that.
spirits.
Yeah, as long as it's coloured.
Oh,
Love me some
vodka
Tetris,
jelly?
love me
Like a
some
9 and 49er.
You can make it work.
And
Scooby-Doo.
otherwise,
Doom
was when I was begging
Wow.
my dad to give me his old Mega Drive that was sat in the loft, and then one day he just turned up at my flat, which is here, which is like 3 hours away from where I live. Just turned up one morning with it in a box and just brought it to me, and it was the cutest thing ever.
My favourite gaming gift, if it's not like a Christmas related one, is I was having a really bad time in life about sort of like 6 years ago, very, very unhappy. And out of nowhere, a guy that like one of my best friends, Liam Palin, he just literally just got in his car, went to the store and picked up a copy of, what was it? It was SmackDown versus Raw 2006.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he brought it into the house and he just sat down, and we didn't actually say anything because I wasn't really in the mood to speak, and he just put it in, sat down, gave me the controller, and we just sat there and played, got beer, pizza, and I just remember that being like one of the most heartfelt things because I didn't say anything to him, he just got the vibe and came up. And
Those
I was
little
like,
SmackDown games were amazing
yeah,
as well.
he was a great guy if he's watching this.
No,
he ain't
absolutely.
because he's got a kid now. He's a loser. Yeah.
Someone did ask us what's game of the year and why is it Red Dead Redemption 2. Now I know you and
Fortnite,
Josh
obviously.
are frontline in this. It's Tetris Effect for you, mate.
It's Tetris Effect.
It
mate.
is.
Tetris Effect is fucking.
Mine's God of War, but Red Dead 2?
Yeah, Red Dead.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I love two things in life: Spider-Man and Westmen. So,
It's a tough time for you picking between these
I
different
mean, it's like the game industry has conspired to give me my two favourite things in the same year. So now I know that for the next few years, I'm just going to be like, well,
Fair.
What do we do?
unless Splinter Cell comes out
Constantly
next year.
miserable.
If only.
What
If only.
they should do is like they should combine your two loves into a superhero set in the Wild West.
Jonah
Kinda like
Hex.
Jonah Hex,
Jonah Hex,
but
there we
not
go.
absolutely butchered by in film.
Oh God,
Or just add in like
The thing
a
is-
cowboy suit for Spider-Man in DLC 3.
So like a Mastodon,
There you go.
one of my favourite bands, and they did the soundtrack for the Jonah Hex thing, and it was crap.
Did
And I
they?
hated it. It was so bad.
I like Mastodon too. I didn't realise they signed themselves onto that particular horse.
Anyway,
Thank you so much to Janelin for the $5, to Snickety Doo for the $5, and to Sam Assassin for the $5. Thank you so much, guys. Also, 2 from the Bald Gamer.
Oh, that's a cool question.
D&D.
I would love to.
yes.
I would actually
Yes.
consider about getting into this.
I would love to.
We
I've
would
never
play
played
it.
Dungeons and
We'd
Dragons,
love it.
mind,
Oh, it's
but
great.
having watched the Community episode where they all play it in that,
yes, it's the best thing
I
ever.
want to play this thing because it's this. It sounds like the coolest shit ever.
It's
so I
fun.
used to DM like way back in the
course
day.
you did.
Of course I did. I collect Warhammer now. Like of course I still do. And like shut up.
Can we all play Magic the Gathering and D&D and all that kind of stuff?
So it's something that I've been really wanting to get back in. I've got the starter kit just to get these guys introduced to it, but it's just a case of picking a time. It's
Yeah.
all bloody
Yeah.
Well, I have a character set up which is
Keep
Sally the
listening.
Sea Hag, and she's a overseas
Fish
lady of the waters.
Lady in the water.
Yeah,
Of
that's,
course.
that is my
you are a
my
tripe.
D&D
You're
character.
just a tripe wife, aren't you?
Literally,
As a tribe wife,
I live with the film.
If we did all our D&D characters, we'd get fan art of people envisioning us as our D&D.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll tell you what, guys.
Yeah.
If any of their artists, any artists in the group, draw us as D&D
Draw Sally the
characters.
Sea Hag.
Okay.
Draw her as an orc.
No.
You might as well. We haven't had a question from the
Can we call
bucket
it, can we
in a
call it the
while.
Orking Dead? Just the D&D.
We can once it's done. Yes, we can once it's done.
Fine.
Just, can you guys believe it's like 10 to 5 already, by the way?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to do one question from Mr. Drew Long, who says, is there seemingly not much love for the first Evil Within game? Now, I'm mentioning this because me and Josh love
yeah.
Evil Within, and it's one of the most underrated horrors of the recent memory. It's still made by Shinji Mikami. It's pretty much the next game forward from Resident Evil 4. Think of it as a spiritual successor. Evil Within 2 is like an open world horror, which no one's even done.
It's
Where you're
so
just exploring.
good.
It's so good. So yes, there's a lot of love, but in small little pockets of humanity. Josh,
Yeah.
you're a fan.
Look, here's the thing. Evil
Go
Within
on.
1 is really damn good. Evil Within 2, I'm not saying this because I had one single beer. It might be the best game. One of my favourite games of the generation so
You
far.
should check out our game of the year for last year because you got Evil Within 2 into the game of the year.
They got
run
fucking
thing.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy in the game.
Absolute mad. When democracy
Damn
fails.
right,
When
we did.
democracy
Best game
fails.
of 2017, yo.
But Evil
Game
Within was
of
in there too.
1999.
It'll be the best game of 2018 as well.
Spyro Trilogy is coming
Spyro's
out
the
this
best game of 2018. Not to worry. Let's do a quick round of. Actually, Scott Needham says, "What is your favourite game of all time, and what is your worst?"
Oh, is this just a set game of all time? Just so
Well,
I could-
well, you can go with
just because I could say the thing.
Maybe let's start with you. And what's your favourite video game of all time, sir?
I can't say Red Dead 2 because that's recent.
And if you want.
So, but I'm going
It's
to say Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Nice little bounce of nostalgia
That's a
with
beautiful
the
shout.
perfect stealth mechanics. It's a great Tom Clancy
back
game.
that as well. I back that.
Yeah.
and admire.
Yeah,
That's
I back
actually-
that.
That's actually very
Yeah.
good.
Ash, what's your pick?
Or for
You
favourite?
can't have the Bard's Tale.
All
No,
time.
it's the best. Yeah, your favourite video game of all time.
Oblivion.
Really?
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Vivian.
Rach.
Rich.
I can't.
You're going to have
Does it
to.
begin in
Too
Dark
many.
and Souls?
It's got it.
It's got to be the first
amount
Souls.
of time you spent.
You own like 8 copies
I
of it.
actually,
I actually hate it. That's what she's going to say. And she only does it just for the Twitch.
I actually think it's closest between obviously Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and it's got to be one of the Zeldas. I can't pick one. I'm really
Zelda
sorry.
Souls.
I'm really sorry.
only.
Souls. Wow. I'm sure somebody's modded that. Somebody must have.
So yeah, there's probably some sort of version of it out there.
So
Mr.
Sean Brown's
Josh.
the Evil Within 2.
Yeah, Evil Within 2.
Or Prey.
If honestly, man, they're both such good games.
Oh, we should take a break.
For another time.
No,
No, for another time. Great
Okay,
games.
okay.
Mass Effect 2.
Oh!
No, that's a big
Best
shout.
game.
Big shout though.
Big shout.
God, mine's the first Metal Gear Solid, the PS1 one.
Fair
I
enough.
just think it's an exemplary piece of
I take
everything.
it back. Mine's Metal Gear Solid 2.
It's either Half-Life 2 or Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Fair enough.
You're mad.
And
I like roller coasters.
Shut up.
And my favourite game, and say it with me, kids, of all time, is Bioshock. No, fuck off! Fuck off, Infinite. I told you it's the weakest of the trilogy, and I've explained in great detail
Every
over
time.
many pints
It's the
why.
best.
No,
It's
it's
the
not.
best.
No, it's not. Bioshock 1 is the best.
The first one is the best. I love that.
I'm sorry, Daddy got angry. Daddy.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you very much to Richard Walsh for the £5. You guys and gals have helped me through a bad breakup. We're glad we could be there for you. Sorry
So
to
I've
hear
got a
that.
couple more from behind. Connor, thank you for £5. Matt, thank you for £5. Clayton, thank you for £2. Seth for $4.99. Jim for $2. Luna for $2. And they're the ones in between.
I just want to give
There's no rule.
I just want to give a big shout out to Josh Kemp, who says, congratulations on 1 million sub. Quick story for you guys. I've been off work for the last few weeks sick, so I chucked you guys on my TV and watched everything and WhatCulture, and now I have nothing. Well, hopefully you have this and you have good vibes going forward.
Because we ain't stopping
Feel better
anytime
soon.
So we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go get another... Oh, my vein. No, not the vein. Jeremy is alive. Okay, right, I'm going to go
Can you pick
Do you
me
wanna-
up
what
one as
would-
well?
We'll switch over to the chatty faces. I have one last question.
Are you heading to the bar as well?
Where is the bar?
The bar is next to the couch. It
Bar
was
is
on
like
the
the
floor.
other
Yeah,
side
it's
of it.
literally
everything's
in
there.
shot, like...
Are these what you...
Being
what
served
is
by a
your
giant
thirsty
giraffe.
Stella?
It's pretty good. I like
I can
it a
put
lot.
the head on later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put the head on, mate. That's what we need you to do.
Okay, right. Okay, should we move on to the chatty faces?
We've got one more
Yes.
question, Scotty.
Oh, sorry.
There is one more question, but it's a bit of a fun. So this one comes from Doodles from Adam. Which one game and only one game do you wish that you could erase from your memory so you can play and experience the whole thing fresh again?
Dark Souls!
You could erase from your. So basically, which game do you wish you could all see for the
Arkham
first time
Asylum.
again? Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum.
Okay, Rich.
I'm going to say Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Oh,
That
a hell of a
game
ride.
took me by surprise about how good it was, and I've got to go back and have those middling expectations just to get blown away again.
Fair shout. Mr. Jules.
A game that I can erase from my memory.
Just wish you could re-experience it again.
Oh man, the problem is that I'd want to. Oh my god. The thing is, you can't see some of the comments that are coming in, but they are spicy. Spicy. Okay, so a game that I wish I could erase from my memory. If I could put myself back into the. If I could put myself back into the mindset and the body of it, it would be Final Fantasy VII.
Oh god!
I played that at a time when
I was bottom amoeba when that came out. I think.
Yeah, the age difference is
Was it
really
97?
weird. Yeah.
7 was 97.
That was one.
That's just weird, isn't it?
So how old would I be? Because I'm 31 now. You're 31, aren't you?
I'm 29, mate. So
Yeah, you forget your age.
yes. Although
I thought you were 28.
No,
he's
well,
29.
Did you wait?
No, I'm 29.
Okay.
It's after July. I'm 29.
Josh is
Had to figure it out.
23.
Rach, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Then Ash is 40, and then Ewan, you're like
22.
22.
Actually, I'm 5. Yeah, 5.
20.
I'll give you guys a funny story.
Mad, isn't it? The mixture of
It can be immortalised for the sake of the live stream. So
Sure.
I routinely forget my age. I just don't keep track of it, and it's just a big thing in the
Objects
office. Because I have to keep looking it up. But when I got married the other week, I was like, last week I was getting married, do all that kind of stuff. You sit down and they make you sign this thing. They ask you all these legal questions. Who are you? Who you say you are? You came from this place. This is your parents. This is all this thing. How old are you?
Oh no!
And I literally had to go. And I had to wait, and I had to pause the entire sort of like signing ceremony part. And I had to work it out how old I was.
That is ridiculous.
It's fine. Turns out I'm 29.
But it's funny. It's funny.
Why are you 28? What?
I'm 29.
Weeks ago, you were 28.
Yeah,
You were somehow 29.
Okay, so July 25th, 1989.
You haven't had a
makes
birthday in this time?
It's 2018, so I've got to be 29. It's over. It's past July, so it's got to be 29.
What the hell?
This happens every day. But I promise I'm 29. Pretty sure. Anyway.
Finally have this on camera. Oh, yes.
Anyway, which game would you play again? Final Fantasy 7?
Yes,
Good.
yeah.
I would go for. I don't want to steal your thunder, but Final Fantasy 9 was amazing the first time through.
Who thought it would be a good idea to do a 20-minute Q&A section?
20 minutes.
Be right there.
60 minutes.
Right, okay, should we jump off the pot then and
Yes.
do some chatty faces?
Yes. Come on.
That's right, it's time for live chatty faces because no, it's not just some absolute twats sitting here drinking beer and you paying us for the privilege, but we are going to go over there and do a special one-off live chatty faces with the question of what is your origin story?
In terms of what?
Cue the applause.
It doesn't work.
Start applauding at
God damn
home.
it, we're all meant to do doodle-doo. Right, okay, so do you want to change the camera thing now?
That's what
Rachel's job, Rachel's
Rachel.
Would someone like to take up the
Who's
podium?
going first?
We're still going to stay live,
Rich,
though.
go.
We're still staying live. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the second camera. Is that, where's camera
Oh,
two?
there he is.
Oh, look at that.
You can
So-
see a little bit of Newcastle.
That's fine.
We're
Yeah.
now
so
catching
you-
footage of a live
It is a
video
beautiful city.
editor
So
in
now-
his natural.
The live video editor.
So you should now be able to hear Rich better than you hear us, correct? Can you...
Oh, I missed my mouth.
Did you miss your mouth?
I missed the mouth. Did the kazoo. No, but that was the noise. That's what you have to do into the hole.
That's what you have to do.
Hopefully you can hear the music playing in the background as well. We've added the music, the official Chatty Faces music.
Yeah.
In the background of this video.
So you guys hear this?
No, I didn't hear it at all. It's just me.
Can I get out of it?
What happened with you?
This dude, man. He's whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
Sweet everything's the only thing.
Okay, right, so, Rich,
Hello.
what's your origin story?
So I was born many years ago. No, WhatCulture origin story. This is like X-Men Origins Wolverine, but me.
You came fully prepared as Wolverine.
Come in full cosplay as Wolverine. Does it?
That's Iron
It's probably because all the audio's getting caught in my arm hair.
I could hold the mic for you.
I mean, you can do.
Whoa.
We'll make it work.
Oh. I just make
the lighting is not gonna trade that for a
cable's not
Ah,
on
it's gonna stretch right.
It's alright. Hello, can you hear me again? Hello, I'm Rich.
Chat.
Hi.
I think we're good, but
So,
Oh, God, the sound is bad.
Oh, God.
It
Oh,
sounds
no.
Weird. Yes, it sounds muffled.
Actually, bear in mind this has got a bit of a delay, so I think.
oh yeah, that mic will have a delay, but this one won't.
oh god. Should we just do our origin story sitting here then?
I mean, but
If it's
we
in time?
set all this up, Flip. We
That's
set
true.
up
That's very
camera
true.
too.
It's
Well, it's out of time
Well, so
though.
we knock that audio off and then just... I don't know.
Is if the chat can still hear us, what do you guys think we should do?
Oh, is it fixed?
Oh,
fixed.
It's fixed.
Are we good?
Fixed.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we all good?
I believe you are good.
Good.
Oh, helpless.
It's hard to know, to be honest.
Help
when you're
us.
doing these live things, but I believe so.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're my only hope.
Technical issues, guys. We're working through it.
We're doing so well.
Go on, Rich. Just speak loudly. Go on.
Hello, I'm Rich.
Yeah, audio's out of sync.
Ah, damn it.
So,
Dingles.
oh dingles, oh dingly wangles.
It's the red one, the Amstel.
I think you're okay.
Am I
It's
okay?
hard to-
Chat, do I sound okay? You fixed it?
Are they say all good, guys? Fixed,
Okay.
fixed. It's fine, good.
Good. So I went to uni and I did a media degree, which kind of answers a question that somebody put in the chat earlier about asking where we went to university. And I did my degree in media production, and then I left, and I was like, wow, I need a job because I'm a poor student with a load of debt and fuck all to do. So yeah, I got a job and I was applying around, and then I applied for this place called WhatCulture, which I found on YouTube. For 6, 7, 8 months prior, I've been watching them for a lot, and then it was like, hey, let's put in an application for this company as a video editor for the gaming channel, and I got the job. So,
What was the first thing you worked on?
first thing I worked on was actually a Joe Hendry list on
he's a blast from
gaming.
the past.
It was the 10 funny game glitches.
Nice.
That was the first video I ever edited. So I did a couple of videos as a freelancer, and then I moved to Newcastle and joined the office. And that was when I met the rest of the gaming team, and the gaming team at the time, I should say. And did some editing work for them, and there was the potential to do some presenting, but my first time on camera, I believe, would have been doing some lovely news with Mr. Peter Austin on the main channel about Doctor Who, because that's, of course, my forte here. So I got to do some news with him about something. I think it might have been Jodie Whittaker's casting. I can't remember, but
Which is poetic because you now have your own series reviewing that.
now I have my own series for Doctor Who on the main channel. So I did all that, and then I started doing some voiceovers for gaming. The first video I did was, I think it was like 8 ways that Microsoft can save the Xbox brand. Because this was when the Xbox One was absolutely down the toilets. So I did this video about how they could save it, and I did it all, edited it all, and it was all good. And then I got home from work that night, opened YouTube, and it was online. I was like, you didn't say it was going live, but there it was. There's my first video on WhatCulture Gaming, and shit.
It was very good.
Yay! Now I'm here talking bollocks on camera.
Jump in!
Go on, you! Go on, you!
Oh god!
Oh, there we go.
Can I bring me Callum?
Wait,
on the camera.
Why are
Right, okay, here we go.
Why is a northern phrase?
God,
your socks are up here.
Well, look at this fella here.
I was looking between people and the camera.
Alright, okay, I'll look off into the distance at Josh Brown.
You
right to his
actually
eyes.
look like someone who beat me up when I was 14.
Yeah, I mean, that's the look I was
You
going
are
for.
channeling your mini jewels with a hat on, aren't you?
I mean, I
He's a
just
son.
didn't wash my hair today, so...
Neither did I. But
Alright, so... My origin story is what I'm doing first.
How did you get here? What
How
brought
did I
you
get-
here?
Right, so, long story, I was at uni at Northumbria University in Newcastle. Some people call it the not as good uni, I beg to differ. But I was doing history there, and for a while before that I'd been writing for blogs on my own websites, kind of just like writing about nerd shit. And then I got involved in some society stuff, and it was a society venture between two different... so we had a counterpart in Newcastle Uni, and the guy there, who was my opposite half there, who was the president of the society, he was studying media, and Mr. Scott Tailford, who was a former student of both Northumbria and Newcastle University, sent an email to the staff there asking for students to get involved in this freelance opportunity for WhatCulture Gaming. So I thought that would be cool because, you know, getting paid to write this stuff is very nice. So sent along an email and asked to do an article on 10 things all superhero games can learn from Batman Arkham.
Yes.
And that was cool. I remember just waking up the day after the views had like calculated, because when you're doing your own blog, you know, you kind of, if you get 50 views on something, it's like, oh wow, I got 50 views on that. And I woke up the next day, it was like 40,000 views. I'm like, oh. So that was really cool. And then for a while, I just kind of freelanced during uni because that was my first year at uni. And then when it came to my final year before I was due to graduate, a position became available at WhatCulture for comics editor, which of course my title now is, and I applied for it. And then after I graduated, I took a few months off and then came in and started working full time for WhatCulture, where I now bother everyone across WhatCulture, main comics and gaming. So
We love to be bothered by you, sir.
yeah, that's my origin story.
Beautiful stuff.
very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rach,
Okay, I'll go this way. Oh,
Where she's going.
Ash is raising her legs for me. What can I say?
Excuse me.
Which one are you using, by the way? Is it the one
We're using
It's,
this
it's
mic.
over there.
Snowball stuff.
Okay.
Hi.
So Rach, what's your origin story?
My one's a weird one. So I did computer arts at university up in Dundee. Abertay, anyone's from Dundee, let us know. Brilliant place to go to university. So I did that for 4 years, graduated wanting to do 3D animation. That didn't work out. Did illustration freelance for a couple of years. And then my boyfriend got a pretty good job down here in Newcastle. I thought, fuck it, let's move to Newcastle. So did that, worked freelance for a little bit. I got a job in game.
Yay!
If you want to send us any free stuff, then the address is going to appear on the edited version of this now.
So I worked in game for 3 years. I loved it. Yeah, I actually got introduced to a program that Microsoft were introducing with streaming. So that's how I got into sort of like making, doing streams, doing amateur sort of video editing, because I made like some montages for Microsoft and they loved it. That's my claim to fame. Microsoft liked my edits. And so with that, I was like, right, I'm going to try doing more editing. I got a little freelance gig doing wedding videos. So I was doing that for a bit. You know, big up Get Film. You guys are brilliant. They're just sort of down there in Gateshead. Worked for them for a bit, and I saw a job open up for WhatCulture for a video editor. Massively underqualified, but I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll go for it anyway. And I got it. And then when I joined, I was like, hey, I do a bit of streaming. Can I try presenting sometime? And they were like, yeah. Jules gave me a chance on a Dark Souls list collab, and people seem to think it wasn't terrible.
It was beautiful.
Really good.
You are
So-
wonderful.
So here I am. No, you, Ash. You're wonderful. Do you want to get up here?
No.
Yeah, well, it's your turn next.
You want to get up here?
True.
Oh.
Go on. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for 1 million. Thank you.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Easy.
Someone says, involve more.
Everything
You
again.
drop your phone and kazoo.
Because what asked me the question?
Yes. Ash, dearest, what is your earliest WhatCulture gaming origin story memory thing?
My earliest WhatCulture. What?
The thing we're
Origin
doing.
story.
Your origin story.
Yeah.
What?
You had one drink.
It's had like 6 names.
You meddling kids.
Get here.
Right.
What radioactive thing bit you?
to come here. As an
Don't give me
origin
that
story.
colour hair.
Oof, what did I bite more like?
Yeah.
Right, so my origin story, it all starts with uni, doesn't it? It all starts with uni. So I did a film and English degree, film studies and English literature. I took the English literature part to make the film degree sound more employable. And that was that. I did that. It was great. Came away with a degree, thought, I should do something with this. And the whole time at university I was doing writing for student magazines, so I was deputy editor of The Edge. Shout out to The Edge, that's a great magazine.
Hey.
And which is the student Edge, not like the one that's actually a proper magazine.
Or the U2 guitarist.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
literally. It was,
Our magazine was called The Edge as well.
Susu Edge. But, so I did that, and I was the film assistant editor for the National Student. I did that, and I just kind of like I kept doing all this like freelance and free work to build up a portfolio. I loved writing about stuff. I loved writing about films. Like films is the main thing I do, and then I did gaming as well when I came here, which I absolutely love. But yeah, I did all that for ages. Left and graduated. Thought, oh no, what do I do with my life now? Mm-hmm. And had 9 months of working as a bartender and a waitress. Things try to figure life out a bit, and then someone just posted an article that they'd written online for this company, and I thought, I'll see what's going on there. Go on, let's have a look. And turned out to be WhatCulture, and they hired me, and that is literally. I was like, I better learn everything about WhatCulture now. So,
You had a body of knowledge for horror film and all the different video games.
Yeah, well,
I
learned myself. I learned myself up with stuff. But yeah, I feel like I've jumbled this. I'm not very good at doing these like on-demand things. I'm just like, whoa. So that's my.
Very good.
You get your proper insight into what it's like doing chatty faces every week with me like, oh shit.
Without the power of Rich, the editor.
I've gone the wrong way.
You're up. Well,
Oh god, I was on my way.
go on, Scott. You might as well go first. Yeah.
Scott is the OG.
Oh, you just elbowed me in the face.
What you get.
He's still in your fucking foot.
At least I haven't smelled the
You
drink.
had 1.5 pints.
Oh, God, why are you so
I'm married now. I'm married now. I'll hit you like just get out of my way. Got things to say. So the WhatCulture Gaming existed before I got here in terms of it was like a section on the website, but the video side of things was something back when WhatCulture was like 6 people, and they were like, I actually literally said in a meeting, hey, YouTube's a thing. That was like back in, I don't even know, 2012, sorry. And so we set about hiring some different people. Mr. Sam Driver, who's now over at Cultaholic, was the video editor back then, and me and him did a bunch of videos together. Funny inside story, because now we have all sorts of technology that can, get good audio recording. But back then we were in this small echoey room, so the only way that we could get good audio recording, and even then it wasn't very good, was to get a box, like just a weird like shoe box thing, and stuff it full of foam, and then put the microphone in the foam box, and then I would do all the voiceover recordings just like that, like into the box, and that was the only way to get remotely usable audio. So that went on for a few years, and then Peter joined, and then Ben joined, and then Jules joined, and that was like kind of worked as a four for a while. Went over and checked out some different venues and things, and that was kind of it. But in terms of actually getting it, I used to work on my own website. I used to do music coverage and all that kind of thing, and everybody and their granny is a music reviewer online. Everybody's got a music blog, and so trying to get noticed as a music reviewer just wasn't happening. So my lovely now wife said, why don't you have a bash at game reviewing and covering the games industry? And I just it was one of those light bulb moments where it was like, yeah, that's something that I love and have grown up with and have clearly spent more time with than any album or whatever.
Are you talking about your wife or the gaming?
Both. They're both the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. You think I got married to Aisha? No. I married. I married gaming itself. But yeah, so she was like, why don't you cover gaming? And so I googled paid video game review jobs and freelanced for a bit with a few different websites, and then eventually when I was googling that nearly every day to find different things, and one time I searched for it and found these guys, and then went for the interview, and everything kind of went from there. So my origin story is trying profusely to get paid for words, and like trying to make that happen across music.
Biography title.
But I used to always call it playing for the invisible audience, because you don't know who's actually going to read it. Like you said, if you get 50 people on a blog, it's like, oh my god, 50 people get it. But for the most part, it's like 5 or something.
And that attitude of being paid per word, speak has now.
Your girl, I mean, I was always like trying to condense like a small dissertation into everything that I'm saying. But yeah, so it was a lot of that. It was trying to just write as much as possible on as many websites as possible, trying to make a name for yourself, trying to build a portfolio, and then take that portfolio to our company. And then luckily these guys all said yes, and then it kind of just all went from there. It took a few years to get where we are now, but I mean the meteoric success that the YouTube channel's had like over the last couple of years is kind of insane. But it's been lush to be part of it, and like, yeah, cheers to everyone here and everyone out there, because to go from me in a bedroom writing 3,000 words about Alderbridge, which I loved, to getting where we are now is kind of even more ridiculous. So cheers to everyone.
Joshy B.
Mr. Josh Brown.
Like a big old diva.
Yeah, of course he's going last.
But only so I can buy us time so we can set up the Switch tab.
Hello, Josh. Jesus Christ, it is intimidating over here.
You do have a full audience with tiered seating and all sorts.
Hello.
So, Josh, what's your WhatCulture origin story?
Jesus Christ, Rich, I'm trying to be...
Stop dropping your phone. Get on my leg.
That is...
Do not moisturise with butter. Yes. Imagine these arms all buttery.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
Give me the question
Go on then, Josh
Richard.
Brown.
What's your origin story?
That's brilliant. Mine's very similar to Ewan's and many others. Started out in university where I'd been freelancing for a little bit across various websites, and then the great man Scott Tilford relayed me an email via my tutor at the time. I was at Newcastle University, and
Newcastle sucks.
Newcastle's fucking awesome.
Newcastle's better than nothing.
Yeah, he sent me an email, and then I had actually just had something published for crack.com. What's going on, mate?
So just got a shout out from Thor Thundergod 94. He says, "Why does it reek of hairspray?"
Do you know what? He actually really doesn't. Yeah. I was in the toilets earlier, putting some hairspray on, like you do. A man we share an office on the other side with a very smart company who all wear suits, and the dude walked in and went because I
Sorry, you were writing for Crack.
Yeah, yes, I did some freelance things, and I just got something published for Crack, which was the first thing I ever got paid for. So when Scott messaged me saying, "Have you done anything list-based and stuff?" I was like, I got this example. In the thing I had wrote was like really heavily edited and like was barely reflective of my own work, and I was like, I'm going to use this to get a one-up somehow. So I messaged Scott, and that sort of I think got me a trial. And I pitched 3 articles. I remember what they were. One was a really bad one on the worst uses of music in a survival horror game, because I just heard that bit from Resident Evil, and then a couple others that actually got published, and Scott let me do that. And my entire story is just a history of Scott Tilford making me do things and being being the nicest man in the entire world. So
there is no way that I'm taking the credit.
No, you are, man. It's like
about
2.5 years went by, and I'd finished uni, and then you're in like sort of bad way when you finish uni. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? And I saw that Ewan actually got the position, and I was like, well, there's going to be no more positions left. And then I think I messaged Scott on Facebook, so we got quite close by then. And I was like, hey man, it's like, are there any places? And you're like, well, I can try to put in a good word for you, man. And I was like, yeah, cool, but I still didn't know if I wanted to do it, because I was like, I don't know if I have what it takes to actually write professionally. So then Scott got me a trial. The trial went well. I came on full time as a writer. That went well for a couple of months. Had a interesting first day.
That's a story for another
That's a story for another time.
That's 2 million.
Yes, that's 2 million. Yeah, that went well for a couple of months, and then Scott gave me a message one time out of the blue as well, and was like, "Hey man, do you want to try some video stuff?" And I was like, "Well, I've got a face for radio and a voice for the fucking Times, so probably not."
You're a beautiful man.
But then, he was like, you can do it. So I tried that. It turned out bad, but then Rich and James Heppel were very encouraging, and I did some more, and now I'm just here, and I feel very lucky and very kind to have you lot as mates.
It's lovely to have
Hooray. When you said you were writing for Crack, I thought you said you were writing for Crack. Like, that's what I mean.
I think like that's what I
true.
I wrote for Crack.
See, like, when we came back to it, I was like, what?
They actually
Jules is incoming. He's gone a long way around the couch, but he is getting there.
Ladies and gentlemen, hide your mothers.
So do that.
There's a horrible wire there. I just didn't want to.
So not to taint your origin story, but Sean, Turf Samantha has asked, waiting for Jules' origin story of how he did all the in the UK.
Here we go.
It's not true. It's just not true.
Someone also said, can we get an origin story on Scott's massive biceps? It's just well placed flat. I'm not remotely in shape. That's not a thing at all. But cheers.
Has anyone got a light for this, by the way? Because it definitely feels like it's like smoking the bone.
Smoke the bone.
Anyway, let's put that away for now.
Jill, tell us your story.
So my story began back when I used to work for a language company as the head of sales and marketing. It was dry as crackers on cardboard toast, and I lived a fairly alright life. I got paid well. I got weekends off. It was alright. It was fine. But then I just realised that I was just getting more and more steadily upset about nothing, and I was just there's nowhere to go. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no purpose with anything that I'm doing. So I started just doing video editing and doing little silly YouTube videos in my spare time. I started up a channel which was just called Tiger Fucking Uppercut, if anyone is interested in checking that out.
TFU.
It's something. Me and my friend Mark used to do gaming challenges, and that was really fun, and that just kind of helped me get through the working week, so I look forward to that. And then one day, I just my boss at the time came in and said, I'm basically going to give you a promotion. You're going to take over my role in the office, and I'm going to step away. And I was like, okay, just give me 10 minutes to think about it. Went to the toilet, and I literally was just washing my hands, and I was just like, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I'm definitely going to quit. And I walked in there, and I don't know why, I just said to him, I quit. And he was like, why? I've just offered you a promotion. And I was like, I just don't want to be you. I don't want to. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just didn't want to be him. I didn't want his life. I wanted to do...
Sounds like a good Charlotte song, that.
Yeah. I just wanted to do my own thing, you know? And he goes, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, well, I like doing video editing, so maybe I'll try and give that. And he said, good luck with that. And it was that moment, that catalyst of just being like, right, well, not fuck you, but definitely I'm going to make something of this. So I started up my own freelance voiceover and video editing company. Did that for a few years in Bristol. That was one of the best times of my life. That was really, really fun. Worked for a production house called Happy Hour, and then did a little stint at the BBC. That was quite fun as well. And after that, I built up just enough of a portfolio that I felt confident to actually send it out to people. And I sent it out to our boss, and he responded the same day that I actually got let go from the production house, because they were just like, we don't need you anymore, there's not enough work. So I was panicking. So about 4 hours I had an existential crisis of what am I doing with my life, and I had that lovely little email just saying, why don't you come up to Newcastle for a trial? And I did some voiceovers, came up here, met the gang. It was brilliant. At that time I did my first voiceover when the channel was at 280,000 subs. I remember that because I looked it up earlier. And it was on the 30th of July 2016 when I did my first video, which was the 10 video game end levels that were brilliant, or something like that. And it was Joshy B's article, but I didn't know him at the time, so I got that, and it was a video that went and hit 1 million, and you have no idea how good that felt to just be like, bang. It felt like I was turning a corner. I found out later that some people in the office didn't really want me to be there, but that's fine. It was a case
None of us, bro.
Not anyone was there, but then I sort of grew into that, and I met some absolutely amazing people. Obviously, it was, like Scott was saying, it was me, him, Ben and Peter that were mainly on the gaming channel, and massive respect for them for what they've tried to do with the videos and stuff, and I hope that they're going to go on to bigger and better things, because I know that they're doing their own stuff with that. But yeah, that's how I got here. Staying here is the hard part. Trust me. Every single goddamn day, I think to myself, I get paid to come in and talk about video games and wrestling. This has to stop at some point. But not on my watch. Not on my watch. I'm going to fight tooth and claw to stay at this place. Because despite what some people may have told you, this is a fantastic place to work. It is. I can't deny it. I get paid. I have met some of the best people I have ever met in my life. I would consider them to be some of my closest friends, and I get to basically do this for a living. What's not to like? And yeah, sometimes I have to do a shitty list once in a while, but fuck it. Anyway, right, that's Chatty Faces then. Cool, right, now let's lighten the mood by talking about...
Oh, we're all still here.
Oh, we're gonna play some Beerio Cup, but we're not... No, he's gonna go for a piss.
I really am, yeah.
I'm taking this opportunity.
Shall we have a pitch break?
Yeah, okay, so what we're going to do is just everyone get your drinks, and I'll explain what the rules are, because we're about to enter the third and final phase of this amazing 1 million subscriber stream. We're going to play That was actually really well done. Thank you for that. We're going to play Beerio Kart. Now, if you've never played this at home, my God, you're in for a treat. We're playing it on Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. Now, what we're going to do is you have a certain amount of drink. We will figure out what that's going to be. You have to maybe do like 3 big sips before the end of the race, but you cannot drink and drive. You can only drink when you are stationary, so you need to make sure that you have done your 3 fingers of drink before you even set off, or you can do it at the end of the race and then try and crawl past.
Oh, 3 fingers, child's play.
Well, we can do it 3 fingers per lap.
How can you see the 3 fingers?
Well, that's another thing. It was one of those things where I was just aiming to try and get
I'm just going to chug the rest of my beer and then do the whole race.
I mean, what we could do is just say that you have to see your drink off. If people want to get serious about it.
I will fix that for you. Sorry about that.
Oh, is the wire come out the back?
No, the sync's back off again.
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
Do apologise for that. Are you alright?
What are we doing?
I am fixing things.
Rachel's fixing things.
I was just killing time by making noises.
While Josh goes and puts more hairspray in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh going to the toilet is code for like.
Oh, he's doing a bump of. Oh, wait, no, we're not.
Look how red I look! Oh my god!
I know, it's warm here.
It's bloody boring.
There he is.
There he is, looking very, very spry. Looking very, very happy, excited.
Yeah.
Looking very,
looking very
alert.
pumped.
Looking very alert.
Looking very.
Flush. His nose is looking very red.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's really warm in here.
Yeah. I mean,
Can
for you
everyone
especially.
I am in a jumper.
Can everyone just stop being so like smoking hot for a minute? I'm so hot
It is
right now.
impossible to stop this, but I'll try.
Yes, as Coffee Boy 91 says, important rule: you must be completely stationary before finishing your drink.
Yep.
And Turtle Master says this is my favourite drinking game. Always play with the original or
Can you
double
pass me a
dash.
fresh can?
Yes.
See, where's my
We've all got
empty?
full cans.
Where's my empty one for cheating?
Let's open a fresh can.
We
so
need fresh cans first, otherwise.
Oh, this is like
What do we do?
full?
Well, that's what I just said. It's fine. Nearly full is the same as.
I'm really bad at this game sober.
And then you put it.
Like, if doing this with any level of alcohol in is, I'm bad.
How do you then?
I'm bad at this game.
Alcohol low-key makes you better.
Jules, you and me need to set ours up.
Oh, right. Oh, wait. What? Is this yours?
No, that's Richard's.
Guys, can we switch over to the gameplay so that people can see?
Sure.
And then grab that. Oh, the switch. Grab the switch. The switch is right there.
This one.
I'm dropping horrible maths. Sorry, you.
So, what you guys are seeing right now is me and Rich are sharing a
Penis.
Yep. And trust me, it is used a lot.
Not the Bobby.
Right, this Bobby.
We're mascots, by the way. We're mascots because I taught this lovely lady the word Bobby.
Bobby.
And she loves it.
I do love Bobby. I fucking love Bobby.
Don't say you love Bobby.
Shut up. I love learning. I love education.
And if anyone would like to buy some hooch, they can purchase it from Tesco's for a very reasonable amount. Some would say it's almost.
On this here?
Yeah,
Come on,
use that as our screen.
where's the pun?
Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So all 7 of us are going to be racing together, but you can only, at the minute, you can only see me and Jules on screen.
Right, do we need a rage switch?
Roy's my boy. Roy's my boy.
Press your mics.
What am I playing on? I don't have a switch.
Press your L on both your button buttons and then the
Ooh, it vibrated.
Yeah, that's good.
Ooh.
Okay, can you go up and down, you? And can you pick someone else? Can you pick a guest?
Are you sharing that
guests.
screen?
Yep.
Oh, I can win!
You cannot
Yes!
win. What button do I press? Yeah, the right one.
That one.
Where A would be.
Have you not made you it?
Beautiful.
You're on online
I need to
play,
try and
Scott.
find these guys.
You're on online
You're
play.
on online play. What are you doing?
I'm messing up the whole
I need to
thing.
not drink this one. This is my round.
You're messing up the whole thing.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, it vibrated again.
I know. I had to put it. You can pick a guest again, please.
Ooh, generic white male, that is me.
Yeah, play Josh Brown.
So
Use the second
there's
one
me and
now.
Jules, look.
Right. Hang on.
We're in.
Let's address the elephant in the room quickly. What happened to the WhatCulture Twitch channel? That is something that is actually a bit of a sore
Too
spot.
soon.
It hurts.
It's
It hurts,
unfortunately
actually.
when we try stuff like this. It's not actually our channel. We work for higher ups, and they determine what is profitable and what is not. And it just didn't meet their recommendations or expectations.
YouTube is bigger than Twitch.
and YouTube is bigger than Twitch. So we're going to do a lot of stuff on YouTube instead.
You
Twitch
lucky thing.
WhatCulture is still technically a thing, but unfortunately I can't promise when the next
Well, I
stream is
told
going to
you
come
you were
out.
in.
I'm sorry
Always
about
got next
that.
week.
We did as much as we could. I mean,
it
there's
resolved
still
quite
some
a
great
while.
streams.
Stop interacting with me in the video game.
You got a screen to yourself, you
Can you say that I'm using motion control?
I am going to use motion control.
Are there any wheels that I should put on this thing?
And also, just to remind you guys, if you're wondering what that health bar is
Holdy
down
one?
in the
That
bottom
one?
right-hand corner, at the moment,
Definitely.
Richard
Thank you.
Welsh.
No win.
Sorry, is it Richard Welsh? Richard Welsh is the YouTube boss, which means that he will be receiving a WhatCulture care package from us at the end of the stream. If, that is, you don't know.
I wish you all good luck.
First.
You're going to need it.
And how you can do that is by subscribing to the channel and also donating, and you can chip away that health bar and you could be the next boss. If you donate yourself, you can heal yourself as well, so you can stay on top.
This is a layer of this stream that I didn't even know was happening.
Well, the whole point is that there is so much gamification that you can do for these streams, and it makes it so much fun.
It does.
So I'm actually, for anyone who watches the wrestling channel, I'm going to be introducing the Wheel of Feel, which is a very
How different
old.
is that from the Wheel of
like a
Veal? Have
second
you managed to get?
Well, seeing as I'm vegan, I don't.
That's what I'm worried about.
And when I
I
say
want you
vegan, I didn't mean I did eat cheese and meat at your wedding.
Good.
So, yeah.
I tried to cater to you, but you're too hot.
It is what it
This
is,
should
mate.
be-
It is what it is.
There should be me and
Oh, look at these two.
Oh my god,
Oh,
is that
Are we all in?
Look at
It's Alita Battle.
No, she's that cat, that weird cat with the.
No, it's Alita from that crappy James Cameron
And
film.
that was the me that I made for you lovingly. Do you like it?
She came and cornered me in the bathroom and said, I've made you a me. What colour are your eyes? And I had me thinking some more, like, let me look, let me look.
Oh, the cat.
Michael Rappaport's favourite cat.
There's a weird
Mark!
cat in the garden.
The ashes turned into that cat.
Chris, it says Chris Kiss. The live stream will be on YouTube. Do not worry.
Yes, we will
Go back and
separate
watch
this
it all
stuff
if you've
out.
missed anything.
Mate, have you noticed how we're talking in the game?
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Captain Schlorken.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, just to make things more
We have to admit.
I'm on the right.
Utter transparency. YouTube.
I'm talking away from you now.
About,
Fuck
at the
off.
end of the day, we have to make money. We have to get views at the end of the day because otherwise we don't have a job. Like that. That is just the nature of things. But I'm never going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm just going to say bang, bang, bang. John Kratz says, please re-up on the giraffe sizes. Why? What size do you need?
I'll give it my best shot.
And Sam
Assassin.
she's so beautiful. She's
Good luck.
perfect. I love you so much. Please marry.
Whatever, mate.
Why does she sound like a bitch?
She's from Wales.
Oh, your head.
Bukat says,
So I say that. I can say, this is my last game.
Okay, let's do it. Let's play. Let's go. Come on.
Okay,
I'm pretty gay.
Why are we happy?
Pretty on this, mate.
Right, so we need to pick a
You need
character.
to Ash and Rach them.
Okay, right. Can you?
We're still waiting on Ash and Rach. Why?
But I've
Michael
got some
H. R.
ammo.
Dude.
Okay, so here's the big question: are we picking tracks, or are we going to do
Random.
random?
Wait, hold on. Can I ask what the rules are again?
You cannot drink if you are moving, but you have to finish your drink by the end of the race.
Okay.
How we all got fresh cans?
Let me
Let's have a weight check.
Sizes? Are we like for the points?
Where's that in
Because I've got a full size.
Are we doing
Plus 51.
What's Ash wearing and drinking?
What's Ash wearing?
Hey,
It's got comment section
Right, are we-
tailored.
I'm for maximum YouTube.
I knew I was going to say
That's fine. That's
Is it
Are
fine
we doing
now?
it? You're doing the entire
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Lenhart says, I think I'd do another 40 before the stream ends. You're all great. Ash, on behalf of all men interested in redheads, I'm terribly sorry, Scott. Love your name tag. Love your...
Oh,
What the thing?
Thank you so much for...
Thank you, guys.
dude.
Tag. Is it that?
Slash.
Are you drinking?
Yeah.
No one drink, because we have to say that for
Are we? Do we crack the top open now?
Oh my
I've
god,
already
yes!
cracked it.
Just get it right! Jesus Christ, let's just get a race going! Fuck me! It's been an hour and 15 minutes and nothing's fucking happened!
Right, you guys ready to go?
Whale oil beef, 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 whale oil beef.
Of course, it's not random shots, we vote.
Oh, is it those things or these things?
That's how you, right ones jump
Press
with
the
it, jump
things
and
that
skate,
are the
the left ones
buttons.
you
Yeah,
power
you
ups.
do it.
Right, can we do 150cc? Yes.
150cc,
Am I
no
you?
teams,
I think
normal
I'm you.
items, no CPU, all vehicles.
Am I you?
Are we doing
Yeah.
4 races or should we
We're
do
gonna have to
4?
swap
We're
them.
good.
Go easy on me.
Listen,
But
all
your
I'll say
character's
is,
in
for people that are requesting the one per list joke things, I'm about to burn more rubber than I do when I wear a condom with your mum, which I don't.
It was about time for such a thing.
Not made of rubber.
The drop
mate.
in.
Huh?
They're not made of rubber.
You were made because I didn't wear one.
This is not relating to the rubber. I'm sorry.
Ash's mum.
Who's our host?
No,
Ash's
we
mum is
go.
what? Ash's mum is
Ash's mum is fit.
I mean, it's not wrong. Like, she's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful, lovely woman.
sure she is.
Shout out to Wendy. Like,
Wendy is it?
One yourself, Ash's mum.
No, I'm getting real angry here.
Wendy,
trash you all.
Wendy is a slice of bud that I stick a spoon in.
She's got a house, like a Wendy house.
Fucking stick a spoon in your eye, Jules, and gouge it.
Can we
Gouge
do
it
the
out.
match, please?
Right, how many races are we doing?
Maybe I'll be left with a hole as big as hers.
How long we got?
We've got.
We've only got half an hour.
We just
We're
did
not
your
gonna
mum
do
check
half
back,
an
shall
hour.
we? Should we do
But
6
also
races?
that, but no,
I don't know,
the
mate.
time that we're on.
Let's do it. 6 races.
How much time we got to kill?
4 races. 4 races.
I've just said 6.
But near enough.
How do
What
I
time is it?
move?
It's 5:30.
Oh, good.
I think you press one.
That'd be one.
I don't
that'd be-
fucking know,
that'd be
man.
one very much.
So you got to finish your can by the time you finish the race or the whole
Yeah,
thing?
but you when you finish the race, it's got to be the whole can.
Right, good. I'm just getting
Right, so for the guys playing along at home, just to reiterate, we need to have our drink finished by the time we cross the finish line.
Yes.
Can I drink it now?
No, you gotta wait.
What? Did I just say that?
What, sorry?
You'll wait until you're in the thing.
I hear something about a multicoloured object that comes about when.
No,
rain
we voted
is-
for Ribbon Road, not Rainbow Road, don't we?
Oh, bollocks to Rainbow Road. Although maybe we should.
How do I press
You and what we voting for, mate?
How do I press accelerate?
Oh, donuts, mate. Donuts.
Don't
We're
what's
waiting
that?
for-
Oh, it's gonna be one of
waiting for them.
4.
What's accelerate and what's move? Which one's which?
That's accelerate.
Yeah.
That's me.
I was giving you a beat.
One of these is
So long, he's
Taking pictures of you as well.
didn't he?
Do my own.
So that one's jumping items.
Oh, Donuts Place! Okay, here we go.
Oh, God.
Yeah, jump in.
Josh is already drinking. Look at him. What are you doing?
Cheer.
Oh, I've got to make life easier for myself. Okay, right, here we go. I'm not ready.
Okay.
3. You know, start drinking
Oh, yeah.
when the race starts.
I'm gonna race first and then drink later, I think.
That is a mistake. You're an idiot.
Yeah, I can be first for a little bit.
So
Oh
bad.
yeah, this is great.
Ash, I'm playing as you.
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
shit.
Yeah, no, you're my Bowser, man.
Alright, no, just one a little bit.
Oh, it's bad.
Hi, Burns.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I'm tasting my lunch.
See the screen. Oh, Christ. I never learned how to burp when I was a kid. You know, people can just do it. Like, Jules gave me. People like summon it, and I just can't do it. I never knew how to do it.
Right, Ash, you gotta
There's
let
a way
out
to burp on cue.
the best burp by
There's
the
a way
way.
to do it, chat. Right, there's a way to burp on cue.
Everybody burps.
Everybody burps except me. There's a way
Anyone
to
want
do
to
it.
dance?
There's a way to do it. There's a way to burp on cue.
Fucking hell. Rich is in first, and he's got a red shell.
Yeah, but how much is he drunk?
Has Rich drank?
How much is Rich
I
drunk?
did a big chug at the beginning.
I'm sure you did.
That is.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. I don't believe you did. I'm sure you did.
I'm fucking fourth. I don't want to be
Cheer up, London.
Oh, looks like you've eaten a bit.
It's not that bad.
Oh, looks like I deflected that.
Cheer up, London.
Oh, maybe I didn't do that. Oh, maybe I didn't do that one either. Fuck off. All right.
I can't see the screen. Oh, the volume for the people at home. Alright.
You don't get to pass me. I will red shell you.
I can't play this game.
I'm third.
I won't call foul play on
I'm
Jules'
going
bird, making me piss myself like 5 seconds into the game.
Change places.
Oh, yes.
How do
You guys have no idea. This is how we felt for the people that are in. I'm miles away from the thing.
Oh,
I was in third now. Come on, you and we got.
Oh, looks like he's got drink left, boys. He's at the finish line and he can't fucking do it. And it looks like the big man.
Have you finished your
Yeah, I fucking done mine.
There's some left in there, my friend.
Thank you very much for spilling the
There is some
spill.
drink left in that can. That is not fair. That is not fair.
Oh, I haven't finished.
Yeah, that's the...
I've got like the biggest drinks here.
Ash, your arm is in the way of the
That's a
screen.
big claim, Rich.
Guys,
You got one of the biggest drinks here.
How many milliliters you got, mate?
right, I'll disqualify myself then. So that means that whoever's comes in second wins.
That's fine by me.
That's Joshy
Oh, I
P.
just finished it.
That's Joshy P. There it is.
I
There we
didn't.
go, Josh.
Thank you, brother.
I'm getting
Tell you what, why
It's not me that's
did you
cheating to
pick
get
Bowser?
through it.
Bowser's really hard.
I should have got some fucking.
Oh,
Keep asking me.
Oh no,
what,
sorry.
are we doing
Your
a
burp
fresh
beginning
can
completely
for the next
just.
round? This almost finished.
I'm doing fucking halves, mate.
Yeah, a whole drink is. I have enough
Whole
drink.
drink
Yeah.
of that is like.
This is the gassiest thing ever.
So in that case, I won then, because I drank over half mine. So there we go. Cool. Hey! So we're doing half a can then.
Half.
Now.
I've got half left of this.
I didn't realize it was hot.
for Ash and Rach, they need to finish the whole count.
I finished it. Jarvis, thank you so much for the $1, and Elliot, thank you so much for the $5. Thank
the most
you.
demonic thing I ever heard.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
Diablo
Do you know
3
what?
is on
I was
Switch
aware
and
it
in this
smelled
room.
as well. I'm sorry.
No, genuinely, like I'm at a disadvantage here.
Luckily, it's just embedded in the back of Ash's.
You gotta have a wash her hair. Just give her sleep.
Can we change characters? Because Ash accidentally picked my character.
What do you mean accidentally? I purposely picked my character.
Oh, it's kicked me out.
Yeah, I know.
As soon as you guys made a video on your unpopular video opinions, which is one of my favourite videos from you guys, I want to share mine. I don't like Breath of the Wild.
Scott read it out.
It says choose a second.
One of the best games of all time, mate.
You pick
One of the best games of all
There's no
time.
hobgoblins down here.
Join.
Why don't you like it?
Join Richard's room.
Jules, there's a question in chat you're going to read out of Josh here by Thor Thundergod 94.
Where? Is it gone?
Second from the bottom.
Oh, right.
I think.
Josh,
Yeah.
are you playing?
Are you playing?
I don't know. Are you?
Have you run playing? What?
No. I'm sorry. I'm just going to address this. Like, kind of all
I don't even know why is this a thing.
Okay, so
Can you just
Fallout 76 comes out. Your boy here gets 2 review copies and says, "Does anyone want another one to play on with me? Because I really want to play with somebody else. Because the whole point is it's meant to be a multiplayer game." And Joshua B pipes up and goes, "I'll play that."
I was there. I can verify that was exactly how he said it.
Exactly that. And then he was like, "I'll install it over the weekend." Weekend comes, weekend goes, no Josh Online. Next weekend, you play next weekend. Weekend comes, weekend goes, no Josh Online.
But see, you know, right? I'm guilty in this because all the while I knew you were finishing the Red Dead epilogue, so you were messaging me.
Yes,
like, I'm still working my way through.
2, man was on Battlefield 5.
Yes. During
An
that
actual
time,
working game.
During that time, I was given an actual working game by the great man Simon Gallagher, and he was like, "Would you like to do some content on this, Josh?" And I was like, "Oh, if I've got to sacrifice Jules to the gods."
I mean, that's a lie. That's my code I give to you.
No, it's no. It was actually
No, that's a lie. No, he came to me.
Yeah,
it was mine.
Well,
I was waiting on you.
Rich, are you
Sorry.
I give it and take it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Scott, join the room.
I'm trying.
I tell you
Get a
what,
room.
Massive thank you to every single person who's still with us right now, because
putting
I
up with
realise
this.
how absolutely messy this is, but at the same time,
500 of you.
we're having a great time.
We've got a
Like,
through line focus. It's fine.
to be honest, that's more people that tuned in to watch the NXT Takeover thing that we did. So I'm more
Alright,
happy.
wrestling. Jesus,
everyone.
we're into the Game Awards.
Am I the rainbow guy?
Can we just do loads of second person
that me?
streams?
I was there. I was getting married.
Are you Roy as well?
Who's
Probably Fortnite's Game of the Year.
Am I Lemmy? Larry?
Shit, sorry.
Tetris Effect is Game of the Year, Scott.
Come
on, even you appreciate
You know, oh god, Tetris Effect is
Give me this one,
amazing, by
Yeah,
the
you
way.
see.
The desert level is
Genuinely, I was really worried. I was going to say, guys, Tetris Effect is fucking great. And you'd all go, yeah, all right, Rich, fuck off.
No, genuinely, it's
And then
very, very good.
Scott agrees. It's actually really
The
good.
desert level. I'm trying to get Josh to buy it.
Dude, I will buy it.
You only get stuff that works on his 4K TV.
No!
What's going on?
Why is this
Why?
right
Rach,
choose?
So
Actually,
we
why
pretty
not?
much need.
Character's gone.
I've chosen my character.
Right. There is slander in this chat that I may be going after.
What, in this thing?
We need
Oh, sorry, it's me.
I need to.
Josh is about
do
the
that.
same height as my guy, and he is gone after a pint too, says Jarvis Sensei.
Right, I'm sorry, Scott. I won't stand for the slander because you get very drunk very quickly.
That's not true. I'm perfectly 100%.
Shall we?
The boy, and I could drive right now.
I will say, just a patient.
Just because I had goblets of wine at my wedding,
Goblets.
I'm allowed then.
Right, story time.
Can I tell the people one thing? At the end of the wedding, because I designed the entire playlist, between 11 and 12 p.m, I scheduled it so the Mortal Kombat theme.
Oh,
was
that was
brilliant! And everyone had the best time.
I missed it.
Carry on.
I missed it.
Johnny Cage.
Story time. Story time now. So,
Okay, story
at
time.
Scott's wedding, there was a lot of red wine
Yes.
in play, and a lot of people were wearing white things, white shirts. Some were even wearing white bow ties. Benjamin Richardson,
Or a white dress, for example.
or a white dress, you know. But
Pretty
also,
brown
and
the boss.
Mahood is basically the boss, and welcome to
Yes,
the
thank you very much.
And Scott appeared on the dance floor in a state of undress. His waistcoat was open, his
Penis
tie
hanging
had
out.
gone. Yeah, his dick was hanging out. He was showing brain.
It was a long day.
And yeah, it was, and it was a long everything. Anyway, so then all of a sudden, this wine goblet is how, because it was full to the brim with red wine.
Yeah.
You were just slurping.
People
it.
kept buying me red
But
wine,
You were,
alright?
you were dancing, and somehow you managed to avoid spilling red wine on anything other than the floor, and I find that to be absolutely outstanding because you didn't get it on the dress. You did no, because she bumped into you.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
yes, she bumped into you. I saw it.
Yay!
So like, it was just absolutely ridiculous. Is that Osley Beatty?
It is.
Osley Beatty in the street. Okay, Osley Beatty.
Sign this treaty for Osley Beatty.
Yeah, the absolute shark of Rocket League, aka he's ranked number 3 in the German list of men that you would want to have sex with while playing Rocket League.
I mean, I can beat him.
It's not German.
You cannot beat.
You did not. I
was up on goals.
You know, gorgeous man.
Ash is a gorgeous man.
I am a gorgeous man.
Right, let's do it. Let's do it.
It's the beer that
I think
does it.
pacing wise, should we do a normal race and then do
she's
another
not
beer
actually-
race?
No. Right, okay, so right. This is the amount.
I did not make
Good.
this.
Okay, good.
Guys. So this is the amount that you need to drink if you're drinking a beerio. All right.
Oh, you have to get the whole tin.
No. You need to drink the whole tin because that's.
I'm not drinking the whole tin.
Much is your
These are pints.
Okay, these are pints.
Right, hello.
I literally said this earlier today. I said they're going to be different sized cans and we need a specific can measurement.
250, sorry.
And everyone went, oh, sorry, it'll be fine.
Okay, so
Not fine, is it?
I will accept it if you bring it down to the gold line.
Okay.
5% volume.
I'll accept it.
It's not the same.
I'll accept it if he brings it down. If he brings
We have to contend with gas. We have to contend with gas.
If you bring it down to the king, I'll accept it.
I don't know about your
But
mouth.
as Scott proved on the previous race, you can check somebody's drink to clarify if they
I will do that.
That's absolutely fine.
sorry.
What the fucking? That's
currency
not.
is that?
That's not real money.
Thanks.
That's an entire culture.
No, it's not an entire culture. It's a currency. It's got a different symbol.
What currency is that?
I mean, I love it.
Piyush Singh, can you tell?
Thank you so much, Piyush.
Okay, what was it then? What culture is it?
What culture is
Thank
it?
you.
I don't know.
I mean, I love it and I appreciate it. I have no
Beer is
idea
the
what that is.
perfect drink for kids.
That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Right, Jules packs you in every morning.
What?
A beerio.
Oh, he does actually.
I pack you in full of anything I need to get through
Look, to be
security.
fair,
We
peanut
go.
butter
we have no Tupperware at home.
Let me
so
cut through this for a
just go
second.
straight to my pockets.
Peace.
Marek Dano says, so you guys do this for a living?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not this exact thing, but near enough to it.
Right, shall we start the next one? So we're all
Also,
clear on the
cheers.
rules this time.
Well.
Clear on the rules. Are you clear on the rules?
So half
You're getting
half
so
a drink.
red cheeks.
It is
The booze
very warm,
It is
yeah.
really warm.
It is very warm in
But
here.
you can cool yourself off with some ice cold merchandise if you go to shop.
Hold up, mate.
Cover
I've
it
been
up.
given a high five, but you
Are we
just
starting a
absolutely
race? What are we
defended.
doing?
No, I was just covering your shirt up. But
Someone other than Josh give a hug to Rach.
Not other than
Rach,
Jules Scott.
other than
Josh for me. So not you, Josh.
Give it
Not
a shot.
you.
Rachel's gone. I can't
Ash,
get
do you
down
not
there.
want to
What? Did you
I just said
say?
give her
We did as much as we could.
hug and you just ignored me.
Okay.
There.
Connor's got a good one.
There we go.
Oh, that was for $5.
That's pretty. That's
Whoa!
Listen, man.
That's-
Like in
that is
real
sex
in
work.
real life, Ewan's mum is a fucking classy lady. All right,
Sure.
I ain't gonna say anything bad about her. Wendy, on the other hand, I'd fucking stuff.
Mercury Shadow, what is wrong with Josh?
Adam Cleary goes to Russia for
That is an
one
opening.
weekend.
I've seen Clary's in the chat.
Clary's in the chat.
Oh yeah, egg,
I didn't.
egg,
Well, you would. You would.
I can't pronounce it.
Right, let's play.
I'm trying to read it with like a what's it? What the two scripts? You got loads of scripts when you're talking about the alphabet. But what are the names of them? Why is everyone going?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What are the
what
names
are
of
you
the
talking
alphabet?
Okay, Russian
A, B, C, D,
Russian
mate.
dialect uses a different form of language to write.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Mama.
Did you see
And I
Adam
just want to
Cleary's
know.
name in Russian?
No, what is it?
I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Adam Cleary now.
Adam Clergy.
Anime Clergy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, Omar wished me a long and happy marriage. That's thank you very much.
See, Anton's picking up on the right vibes. Plug, 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 plug.
Hey, Will. Excuse me. Will Hudson in the chat, otherwise known as my little brother.
Is he hairier than you?
No.
Because Chewbacca's in the chat.
Okay, so how young is he?
He is 19.
Oh,
His hairy days are yet to come.
Yeah, Harry Days yet to come, Will.
He's just gonna sprout when
hairline's
he's like
coming.
20.
so he can't grow a beard, but he's still got all of the island, as it were. The island is
It's the arm
populated.
hair, man. It's the arm hair.
Brilliant. Shout out to Will.
Hey,
You've got the
Will.
loveliest
Hi, Will.
big brother. He is a hard worker. He does whatever lighting setup we ask for. He's a fucking fantastic presenter as well. You should be proud,
Very
right?
true. Very true.
Say hi to your
Oh,
people.
Zink, we love you. We all love you.
Joseph Lee, can I wait for you guys?
Oh my god, this is going to be fucking mental.
Here we go. Right, guys, remember the rules?
Right.
Yeah.
Remember the rules?
Right,
Oh, I
so,
remember.
What are the rules?
right,
Drink
so
your drink.
There are no
You know
rules.
the
the,
rules.
the,
Being so surprised.
I have to drink all of my drinks.
the best tactic
this
is to drink
course.
first.
I don't
Right.
want to do that.
Half a
Drink
can,
first.
remember?
Drink
Half a
first.
can.
No, I'm getting out of here.
Half a can.
Fuck you, bitches.
When do we go?
Not yet.
No.
Whoa!
First place.
Who's driving? You can't. What? I'm not
Completely
driving.
forgetting the rules.
It's alright. I will catch
No!
Are you actually possessed by fucking Howard? What the hell is wrong
I love
with
it.
you?
Right, okay, this is the problem with drinking in general with me. It's just that my stomach is a fucking shot.
I will check your can as well.
Stomach is a whoopee cushion, Jules.
I hate it, but
How long did he drink for then? That was not. That was not a can. That was not a can's worth.
I said half a can at the beginning. You agreed with me. Object permanence.
I'll give you object permanence.
You can't remember a damn thing I said the moment I fucking said it. You are the loveliest man alive simply because you don't remember the badge.
I'm 29. Thank you very much.
I got you remembered. Yeah.
I'm in first place. I'm gonna.
Have you drunk?
It's your fucking drink.
Have you drunk? Stop. Have you drunk though? Have you drunk?
It's fine. No, I'm drunk.
There it is. Josh Brown, I'm coming to get you, boy. I'm coming to get you, boy. I'm coming to get you, boy.
Are doing my life.
You rich. I'm coming to get you, boy.
Still Josh Brown, you furry. Fuck you.
Persona 5. Josh Brown. Josh away. Josh Brown. Oh, what the fuck did I hit? I'm actually behind the rod. I'm a real person.
How am I last?
Scott, you still need to drink it down.
Oh, it's rich. Oh, baby. Oh, no, you thieved my thing. Come on, Daddy needs a new comb. Come on. Fuck off. Who's splooging on me? Fuck off.
Squirting me?
Right,
Never.
Let's just get to the front. Let's just get to the front.
No.
Oh, look.
I don't trust that they've done. I don't think they've finished
Hey,
their drinks.
Rach, boy, you cannot coast. We already agreed on this. You have to
Hey,
be completely
I had
stationary.
no hands on my
You have to be
controller.
completely stationary. That was fucking.
This
Everyone sitting on the finish line.
This isn't good.
I'm so stressed.
Oh, baby, it's me.
I mean, I'm not drunk.
You can check. Half a can. Half a can.
Why am I last?
No, but you had half a full. That's not
I did. I had a different fucking drink. That's right, bitch.
I was last.
I don't think so.
Jarvis Sensei says, love you guys. Congratulations on one. I'm only saying Sensei just because of the fact he's doing that. Thanks for the years of laughter. Here's to the next.
To the next mill. When Josh tells his porn story.
Woo! You can't spoil it.
No, I'm giving them a teaser.
Put that back inside. Don't worry about them. Back in.
Actually, can we do a teaser trailer for Josh Brown's Bongo story? Because I feel as though we reenact, like, you know, like a documentary, like a true crime documentary.
You
Like,
didn't tell us the story.
No.
2 million.
He promised.
2 million. I did not promise the story.
In the chat, he promised you tell the
Okay,
Bongo
no.
story.
Okay,
He
Josh.
said 2 million.
Josh, when we do tell the story, I want to be in control of the narrative. I want to tell it, and that would take up too much time.
Okay, how about this,
story.
Josh? We agreed to this.
Story.
Either when we hit 2 million subscribers, we'll do a documentary on Josh's
feed
story,
is everyone watching? Is it yours?
or if by the end of the stream somebody donates at least $150.
What is red?
Someone picked the course. We're waiting.
Thank you, Jarvis and Hanif. That was very nice.
Just so people are aware, because I see that the health bar of the boss is very low.
Jarvis is the boss.
Do you want to explain what happens?
The person at the end who is the boss at the end of the stream, which is going to be technically it's meant to be at 6 o'clock, but
Josh, you going to the loo?
you win a bunch of goodies that Jules has picked out for you if you're the boss at the end of the stream. So
Don't knock anything you and
Oh my god! Oh my god!
why
Why have you
have you
gone
chosen
round
that
that way?
way?
There's so much fucking.
No, you win.
You have no idea he's
in front of the
navigating the
fucking
wires.
camera.
There he is. It's all right. It's
That
all
was
right.
the worst
Okay,
thing.
right,
Okay,
You're
Okay.
just coming back the other way.
Let's do some.
Io 1000 Fist says favorite gaming
Yeah.
YouTube channels other than WhatCulture. I really like Outside Xbox. I thought those guys were really
They
cool.
were fantastic, and I got to say hi to the
course.
guy who
We
works,
met,
for it, the outside Xbox Extra guy. I can't remember his name.
take
It's
his
so
name.
embarrassing. Really, really nice. Really, really nice.
I really like Jim Sterling as well. Giant Bomb. I
We met
absolutely live and breathe Giant
Inside
Bomb.
Xbox.
Thank you so much, Gravel Digger.
At LA for
Thank you.
the Kingdom Hearts thing. For me personally, I'd say either Mr. Ruffle Waffles, who is a fantastic zombies YouTuber.
Great name.
He's the only person that's not bought into clickbait bullshit. So thank you, Milo, for your amazing content, and also Bitwit and Linus Tech Tips for my PC building and really quite orgasmic time lapses of PC building.
I would say that if I had to pick two, I would probably choose Matthew Matosis, because his video essays on things like Dark Souls and other games that have lots of hidden lore and stuff like that are fantastic. Irish guy, sexy accent. My God. Usually I only make about 5 minutes into his videos before I have to stop for obvious reasons.
For Spaff, can you send that to me?
Oh yeah, he's a good
Maximum
lad.
Spaff.
I would check that out. And also,
Other gaming YouTube channels.
if you are interested, I'll tell you what. I'm going to plug one of my friends. He's a guy. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
His name is Liam Ramsey, and he has a channel called Dream Whale. And what he does is
Josh.
he does bad stream reviews. I know he's literally your Dream Whale. Okay, Dream Whale dating. And what he does is he basically looks at the worst Steam reviews and then plays the games and see if they live up to the hype.
That's a great idea.
He's an emerging channel. He's like really, really funny. He's Australian dude. He's a massive personal friend of mine because again helped me through some very difficult times back in the day, and he's going through some difficult times as well. So go and support him. Show him some love. Dream Whale TV.
That's his Twitch username, I think.
Yeah,
So,
Dream Whale.
TV.
Dream Whale. Check him out. He's
There are a
amazing.
couple of others as well. There's a guy called Super Bunny Harper's.
amazing.
George Whedon, I think he's called.
George Whedon. There's a guy called
He's awesome.
George Rockall Smith is someone as well. Jordan Anderson is incredible. Just really good analytical style video content stuff. A big long and then Racevic is great as well.
Yeah. I like Noah Cadwell Gervais.
Yeah, Cole Gervais is great.
I've lost
Encode, thanks so much.
Thank you.
But yeah, there's some great long form hour long breakdowns of video games and stuff like that that's totally worth checking out. Racevic is someone who revisits games years later, like it's Halo 3.
When you climb over, you're not walking by the camera again.
You gotta make one big dive for it, mate.
That
you
film theory.
Oh God, fuck you!
Yeah, we need to move is the problem,
I am on
isn't
that
it?
film theory. It's awesome.
I'm gonna rest.
That's fine.
Can I
I'm
suggest
going to
we do
stay
just
very still.
What without the beer?
How is it the person with the least physical body mass manages to cause the most issues coming in?
Can I get some love to my boy Vati Vidya, by the way?
Oh, Dark Souls Meister.
Vati, if you're watching, hi.
Also, Young who's a big Metal Gear guy who eventually must transfer his whole fandom into just covering the game industry in general. But yeah, man, absolutely fucking love that guy.
Why is Vati Vidya important to you?
Okay, he's important to me because I fucking love Dark Souls, and his accent though. Need I say more?
Fair enough. Daniel
His
Evans.
voice is delicious.
You got it right, brother. Someone mentioned Outside Xbox in the chat, and I've got to admit that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned Xbox. Sorry, I was doing a Wii.
You were doing a Wii, but I mentioned that.
I was doing a little sit down.
It wasn't.
I am not drawing what on earth is that slander.
Wow.
Are you talking about favourite YouTube channels?
Yeah.
It was halfway through. Before Ash decided that it wasn't important enough to listen to Josh and just go for a shit.
I'm going as well.
Don't worry about it.
No, what?
He was talking about his favourite stuff. Very true. But you should go.
Ash.
What?
Do the Jurassic Park thing.
Sorry, Ewan, I need to climb over you.
Chris Holloway, suck my dudes! Congratulations on the million. Thank you so much. And Joe Watt back again with 10 quid because he wants to knock off that boss battle. Yeah, boy. Okay, this is derailing quite heavily.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because we're doing so well. Ash, go to the toilet and come back.
Whoa.
Jim Sterling, good boy as well. So tell us more.
All I was saying was Outside Xbox is awesome, but Inside Xbox, back in the day when that was on the actual Xbox dashboard, that was the stuff that got me into
Back on the slidey Xbox dashboard.
Oh, mate, that was the first.
Jarvis Sensei, thank you so much, my man.
Also, Hanif, hopefully for the win. Love you guys.
because Hanif is trying to get back onto the boss territory. I see your game, brah.
It is worth.
He is the boss.
It is worth mentioning that back when those Outside Xbox videos first came onto the dashboard, that was the Blades interface.
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Which Microsoft, you're not listening, but you should bring back the Blades if you want to dominate the next generation. The Blade interface is the only.
Interface is not the way to dominate.
Right.
Are you kidding? What are you on?
No. Right.
Go on,
right.
you lay it down.
Right. Right.
Right.
The blades were okay. No one's shitting on the blades.
I mean, you are.
But I want to be a dorky avatar, having dorky avatar fun with me avatar friends.
What, we rip-offs? Me rip-offs? It's the blades all the way. Chat, let us know. The chat. Sorry. The blades is the way.
The chat. If you want some evidence for why Mario Kart is a bad idea, this is.
I mean, not only does it expose Jules Gill as the mad burper.
Mad burp.
Hey man, at least say it the mad fart.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the mad farter.
Shout out to the mad farter.
Let's talk about YouTube channels.
Keep your son in check because he keeps blocking the camera.
Fair.
I only did that twice. Once.
Only did it twice. That's 2 more times than I trained you.
Well, okay. Favourite YouTube channel? Still talking about that?
Yeah, can do.
I for a great many years, I used to watch Rooster Teeth and Machine Hunter. So I started watching their content in like 2007, back when they were doing it, because I was like desperate to find all the fucking Force holocrons in the Force Unleashed.
You guys could slip.
And there was an achievement guide for Achievement Hunter that I did.
That's so
really cool. So I found them that way, and then watched them loads during my A-levels when I was really lonely.
Do me a favour.
What's that?
Can you go and get the Buckfast Abbey tonic wine bottle that's on my desk?
Oh, good God.
It is 6 p.m. But yes.
Let me get
Keep
into
going, boys.
this seat whilst this happens.
Your little thing is here.
Why is there so much stain on the sofa?
Oh my God. You are a villain and a fiend.
I was going to go home and do some fucking PC maintenance tonight.
Listen.
Hey, I know what you mean by that. Don't try and say it.
Regardless of the care package, this is all for you guys, says Hanif Ibn Mahmoud. Thank you very much.
Can you allow that? Because Truth of Samata says mad burper burps while he fucks.
Timing right here.
Where is it?
Oh, 0 punctuation, another
yeah. Yahtzee, obviously.
The problem with... Okay, I'm going to get real. Because
You're going to get real?
I'm going to get real.
He's going to get real.
The problem with what I would class as disposable media, and this isn't a negative context, it is just that we live in an age of disposable media. Thank you very much. I'll take my Buckfast Abbey tonic wine and then carry on my soapbox.
Carry on.
Is that... Because of its nature, because of the fact that we digest and move on from content very quickly, it's very easy for people to become bored with it. So you have to adapt to keep going. YouTube 2006 is not the same as YouTube 2018. You have to adapt, you have to constantly change what product you're putting out. So I respect channels that move with the times other than just doing the same old thing. Yes, you might point to us and say that we are a list channel primarily, but it's things like this, the fact that we build a community, the fact that we talk and do loads of other interesting Chatty Faces, which was Rachel's idea for the name and like doing all of that, and then you have all of the other bits as well that we do, like the editorials. That's how you stay relevant. And that's the most important thing, so I respect channels that do that. 0 Punctuation is one of those channels that tries to evolve and do all these things. It uses the same art style, but it keeps moving forward.
I always love being timely, like picking the whatever the big talking points in that particular week of gaming news or gaming fandoms or whatever that stuff is. I like diving into that stuff head first and just picking it all apart, whether that's the Diablo thing or something that Jim Sterling's picked up or Bethesda or whatever. That's the stuff that I think keeps us relevant in that way as well. I like touching base, as the PR people say.
I like touching base.
I like touching base. Reach out and touch base.
And now Hanif has just said that 6 p.m. for the care package.
I mean, we're past 6 p.m. now.
But technically the stream was only listening.
I text my wife, I said I'll be home later.
Technical issues. So
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Hanif, is because of the fact that you were the boss when it hit 6 p.m, I'm going to send you something special just for you, right? But it is going to carry on until the end of it. Don't worry, I've got enough of these fucking shite t-shirts to send out. You will be getting a one per list t-shirt. They're
very good. They're very well made.
You guys are okay with us carrying on, right?
But we are just going to carry on anyway and just plough through and just have some fun just because of the fact that we want to enjoy this as long as possible.
Have fun.
I mean, we love having you guys here. It really does mean a lot. So, thank you for putting up with our bullshit for 2 hours.
Speaking of Rooster Teeth,
go on.
Thor Thundergod says that his favourite gaming channels are Rooster Teeth and WhatCulture Gaming.
That's oh my god!
Good company. If we're being held in the company of chickens and roosters, and then we've got our own. If we had, actually, what animal would we be if we were a channel?
Werewolf.
If we were a channel.
It would have to be a pupper, right?
Pupperino.
Annoying dog.
Oh, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Annoying dog.
No. It's because we are a Shar-Pei.
Whoa.
Because we have fucking layers. And those dogs are very.
You said Shar-Pei.
Oh, like a wrinkly boy. I got Shar-Pei.
Actually, tis down.
Did you go straight there?
Yeah, I was going to say I wanted to.
Is that?
What the fuck?
Of course you go straight to High School Musical, yeah?
Yeah, Sharpay.
You go straight to High School.
Sharpay, man. Sharpay.
Sharpay,
Yeah.
Honestly.
Have you
You're
never
old.
seen High School Musical, Jules? I'm old because I've not seen one of the worst.
I've not seen it either, mate. It's alright.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Sorry, looking at Ash talking to Rich.
Do you guys want to? Should we switch back to the other?
Let's do stuff. Let's do Mario
switch back.
Kart.
Let's have a chat because I've won anyway. Look at my fucking bottle
You have.
gone to the ground.
No, this is the only time I've done well. We
Let's
can't
do
just
Mario
pick this.
Kart.
Let's play some Mario Kart. Come on.
Okay, fine.
One more game, then we go after the chat.
What's the Mario theme? Oh, hold on.
We can close out with Q&A until 6:30 or whatever. But let's play some
That's
Mario
the Wii
Kart.
shop. Oh my god.
Who's the current stream champion? Who's the current?
Ash, mate, are you?
Oh, it's my boy King. It's my boy King.
We were getting into it.
Oh my god. This is both good and bad.
Okay, right. So
It's Ash and Rachel. Wait.
Oh, sorry. Where should we
Who put Andy Murray in the game?
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna tune this one up especially for you.
It's okay.
Give me a tune and I'll play it on the kazoo.
That's fast.
Are there any non-salivary kazoos left?
Yeah, this one. It's real
You gotta
dry.
share the love, mate.
I've played every.
Here we go, boys.
This race is mine.
Viral circuit.
Oh, so we're not drinking. We're just gonna do it.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
I've got Kazuma.
It's my race.
Suck my guts.
I was looking at the monitor, baby.
Don't you hate it when you're trying to race, but you got a big old fucking kazoo in your mouth?
Suck my ectoplasm.
This is my circuit, baby.
No!
Stop it with the funny birds.
You're gonna throw it up on my head? Oh, I'm not happy with that.
Imagine if I did.
To be fair.
Yeah, just for me fucking.
Oh, who's fucking nipping me in the bud?
Flick your
Hey,
fucking head.
who's king?
But it will be like
Ghostface?
Actually, I think you'll find. Actually.
Me, bitch.
Get fucked me.
well, the whole world doesn't know who we are.
Bitch Hudson.
These guys.
Bitch Hudson in the house.
mate.
Dick Butson.
Dick Butson is here, boys. No.
Dickory-doo.
Imagine
What cunt bun?
God, you know that is typical Josh. That is.
What do you mean? I'm not even there.
Josh in his fucking fursuit. As per usual.
Josh mid-whale.
I'm having an absolute fucking stinker this race.
I'm in third.
Oh, you are smelly, to be fair.
Smell you.
Hyrule Circuit. If I don't win Hyrule Circuit, who the fuck even
Right,
am I?
just smash then.
Me, you little shit.
Ash, I want to smash Ash.
No.
Everyone wants to
Why is Scott here? In front of me.
Get out my way. I'm in third.
Get out.
No, you aren't.
Yeah.
You absolutely did.
Bye, Felicia.
No,
Fuck you.
Idiots.
No.
Scott's knowing that anyone is actually
I don't think
trying.
people are drinking this race. I'm just saying.
Jack, can everyone confirm that we've all downed our drinks before?
You are drinking this now. Yeah, it's the shit.
You have to be stationary, and you can't be driving. You have to be fucking hard.
Don't drink and drive.
Exactly, because it's dangereux.
I did get
Suits my Don Massif.
Bobby.
You guys did not drink. That is not a thing.
We
I haven't
did.
drank.
Just because your object permanence is also on.
I've actually admitted that 4 times.
Who's in first?
Who do you think, bitch?
Soon to
Are
be
you drunk?
Yes.
Fuck.
No. I don't think I'm actually drunk.
When your boy gets on Hyrule Circuit, ain't nothing gonna stop him, baby.
Well,
you,
I'll
bitch.
try and steal.
Oh, baby. Why have I got so many things? Is this for the loser? Is that what you get?
The human rug takes it.
See, no one likes it. No one cares. No one likes it. No one cares. Oh yes! Fuck. Ooh.
Oh, did Rach beat you to it?
No, she didn't. She was in. She was in second, but I couldn't.
Guys.
Oh no.
Guys.
Can check.
Guys.
It's empty.
Boys,
This man.
Guys.
Oh yeah, he hasn't drunk at all.
Guys.
So it looks like he's disqualified from his position. Oh, baby.
Guys.
I finished anyway.
So, are we going out after the stream?
Crash Team Racing
We're out
is the
now.
best racing game ever. Can I have a look?
I've only got one left.
So, John,
Man, I'm very hungry.
I mean, that should be a
Knock gave us 100 units.
You have half, and then I'll drink the other half before the end of it.
Okay.
Thanks, Knock.
So the dynamics are changing. Jules and I are sharing a beer.
Turtle Masters is off to work.
You share it.
Is that what you do? We share bodily fluids and all sorts.
Where's this?
Hobgoblin.
There's extra hobgoblins just fucking...
You know what? I don't like how the me universe is monarchy. Like, I'm sorry, but how is that fair?
What?
Look at them with your fucking crown hat.
Look at these.
I mean, exactly. Like, I'm sorry, but
Whoa.
Way heavier than yours.
Yeah, that's a bullshit name because it's a porn star martini, not a passion fruit martini.
Oh, Josh has flipped it! Hey!
I ain't seen froth like that since your mother. That's because she don't wash and she got a build up of smoke.
Baruka says you guys are the best streamers in the world.
I'm not sure that's true.
No, that's true, but we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, Brad Mills.
Well, I liked
for
it.
joining us.
Stop dropping
What
everything.
is wrong with
I'm
you?
resting things on my legs and they don't stay
Stop
still.
it.
Yes, I'm just not an excuse.
Right, okay, do you know why your legs don't fucking stay still? It's because when we go and see the fucking any fucking film in the cinema, you tap along to the beat.
Mate.
The whole fucking row shakes every time we go to the cinema, and he goes do.
Rachel, you moving the mic?
testify to
So
this,
I can't.
ICW wants me to say the most Scottish thing ever, please. I'm going to say,
I fucking chip you.
Jinx Crivens, help my bob.
are you gonna do it in? Because Andy Murray always wheels out the micro wavy line from like the Gaelic, the BBC Alba thing.
I know Robbie Burns to a moose.
Yeah.
What?
We slick at Curin Timorous Bestial. What a panics in thy breasty. Is that alright?
Oh.
What the fuck?
Hey, that was for
I mean,
you.
it's definitely alright because we don't know the.
I'll drink to that.
We can. What do you mean, Rachel?
Oh wait, hold on. Can you
Teaching Ash all the Scots.
Rach, can you
Bobby!
Scroll up.
Someone said we should have had some Scrumpy Jack. We only have basic
stop
waters
that.
and beers.
Okay, so Jonathan Lenhard, he says, cheers to the Stella Artois, have a pint for me. I have worked tonight, but I'll be doing the alcohol tomorrow. Love you guys, thanks for a fun stream. Now, you donated so much.
Dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, thank you.
Part. Massive love for you. Don't know what Ash is doing with that hand.
It's a heart.
Yeah, that's not hard.
Barely, but, yeah.
I mean, now it is.
Right,
Earlier on, it's like a
It
winged
was-
animal.
And
Yeah, it
remember,
was a
you
ditto
can chip off the boss's health if
Who is the boss
if you
right now?
donate or you subscribe. So it's not just about chucking money. It can be that if
Man
you
of-
just time it right.
Man of Steel is the
We
boss
got-
right now.
And what you get,
Jerry,
Man of
my
Steel, at
dude.
the moment, if you maintain your position as boss at the end of the stream, then I will get in touch with you, and you will send me your address.
Mum.
I don't know why I'm saying this. No,
I was
and
gonna
you will get
say.
a
In
WhatCulture
exchange
care
for your mother.
package. Whereas before,
Have we started out with the Sexy Jules hotline yet? Yeah, like, and you need to call up and then it's just Jules going.
Who's the
Hey.
one guy that doesn't?
There's only
I
like
used to
5
all my
of us.
one per list today.
I mean, Ash
but
is the sick.
You're my list.
Rachel's the only woman.
it's true.
Rach is the only woman here.
Rachel's
I am
the only
looking forward
woman.
to getting my food when I get
In
in.
what video?
Damn in video games.
Whammon. Whammon.
I'm glad that. No. I'm glad that women are in video games. All right, Rich. I know
Me
I know,
too,
I know that
but
every time that the
also-
camera goes off, you always say I fucking hate women in video games. And I know that you say like, I
every
just don't
morning
want
when he
that,
comes
but
in.
I'm glad that they're in it. All right.
He does. Whenever Rach and Ash come in, he's like, "Oh fuck's sake!"
Yeah, and you always
true.
come in and you say good morning. He goes, oh, this again. This again.
Why would you paint me in this light on stream?
Every time he coughs, he goes patriarchy.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is true.
It's true.
It's the worst.
He thinks because he's a hairy man.
Do you know the manliest man?
Do you know what he's got trapped? Do you know what he's got trapped in his arm hair? Race hate. Okay, we're done with that.
Jude Wender says Jules for WhatCulture CEO. No.
Absolutely not.
Right, imagine if I paid you
How
guys
did-
Dated Mungo.
No, seriously, imagine if I paid you guys wages. Imagine if this was
Yeah,
my
we get
company.
paid in
We get
fucking
paid.
beans.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, whoa.
I would
there you
pay
go.
you
Hey,
guys. I
we
would
would do it for the love
Ash,
of
what
it.
if it was toe beans?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
Paid in toe beans.
If I was CEO of this company, I'd at least make sure that we all got paid equal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just on the nose.
You're going to be here for a few years.
It's a funny gag for anyone who's involved. Anyway,
Lol.
right. So, make up a word in 7
leg has
seconds
gone
and
dead.
the meaning.
Ooh, ooh.
Quichibo. It's a fat angry guy.
That's actually alright. I quite like that. Queechy Bird.
Icy biscuit.
Why don't you calm down, Quidgy
What?
Oh, Quidgy Bo, go eat some donuts.
What?
Ouija board fan. Oh god, you.
What?
It's a Simpsons quote.
Didn't you, Ken?
Is it one of the post-season 10?
Oh, Matthew.
No, it's wait. Stop playing Scrabble.
Psychic Macaroon has said favourite Silent Hill.
That's a psychedelic macaroon, not a psychic macaroon. Two different things.
I'm dyslexic, so thank you for making fun of my disability online. That's great.
It's pretty good.
More like sex lexic.
Because I can't do it.
I see you suffer from sexlexia.
He's owning it. You were going to say Silent Hill or Resident Evil. That's where you were going.
Silent Hill.
It's a Futurama reference, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, I mean...
Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Go around
Resident
the room.
Evil.
Thumbs up for Silent Hill, thumbs down for Resident Evil. That's not just a reference. So 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
It's Resi all the way.
I haven't played any of them.
Of course you fucking haven't. Every single week, oh my gosh, there's the chatty faces. Rich hasn't played it.
So Resident Evil 7.
So everyone in the chat can then agree that you guys are the casual gamers. I'm the real one because
I've never played
Silent Hill 3. No.
Are you defending Resident Evil 6?
Use again in those.
Josh
has defended Resident Evil 6 on camera.
Josh likes Resident Evil 6, and it's
Josh has got some questionable takes.
As a whole, Resident Evil, as a singular game, Resident Evil, Silent Hill 2.
It's a very sexy
on anything Resident Evil.
You're not wrong.
Silent Hill 2 is one of the best, if not the best, survival horror games of all time. And I'm not even going to do a loud voice because it ain't
It doesn't beat Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I got you trained well.
It doesn't beat Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2.
Horrible. I don't know why I said that to you. I'm sorry.
Guys, favourite Nintendo game of all time? It can't be Zelda.
Greatest Nintendo game of all time.
It can't be all the Zelda.
All the big boys in
Mario
the chat.
Kart Wii,
give me a
baby.
thumbs up.
Pokemon Snap.
Oh my god, Snap was the shit.
Pokemon or Digimon?
I'm with you.
You can fuck off, you hipsters. It's Pokemon.
Digimon had the fucking rabbit with the machine guns for hands. You cannot top that.
Gargamon.
Blastoise, turtle with machine guns.
I'm Snorlax. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna fucking gun you down.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, I'm sorry. I admit Pokemon.
Thumbs up for Digimon. Thumbs down for Pokemon. 3, 2, 1. I'm going fucking Digi.
Pokemon.
The theme tune's better.
I know Pokemon has the better theme.
There's no question.
I know that.
No, Digimon is better. Yeah,
Digimon.
Digital Masters, Digimon are the champions.
That's the best way.
Digimon are the champions. Digimon are the champions.
It's not at all. You absolute hipster youth.
Also, this is probably going to get me killed. Whatever.
Oh god, here we go. I went bad take. Here we go.
Beyblade was much more better than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Beyblade!
Let it rip!
No.
Wait, hold on. Do you see what I have to put up with on a daily basis?
I had so many Beyblades. I did have loads of Beyblades.
Beyblades.
Oh, Beyblade theme was great.
Oh, look at the red in your
Running up
face.
speed, coming out of town. Gonna rip it up, gonna break it down. I'm gonna fuck you and stab you and kill you.
It's when he was going hard blow.
It's Beyblade. My face is so red.
It's literally that hard
Let's play Mario Kart. Let's play Mario Kart. Come on.
No, we've already played it.
Shut up, Scott.
What are we gonna do, and then we'll wrap up the stream.
Okay, one more. Play some more Mario Kart.
Rich, nobody wants to play Mario Kart.
What the fuck is that?
You're not wrong.
They actually, wait, what? Daniel Evans says they actually dubbed Beyblade in Welsh.
Are we watching that after the stream is done?
Hoffy coffee, my man. Hoffy coffee.
And they went down to Aberystwyth.
Mate, my missus lives down in fucking Treforest. I'll meet you there.
I think we should make Jules read out the longest name in the world. What is it? The Clanfairn.
How good are you?
Lynn Fry. Lynn.
All right, where my Welsh people in the chat right now? Everybody. Where are my Welsh people?
Let me move
This
my
sounds
dress.
like every 90s hip-hop producer sort of thing.
If you both go, me and Josh have decided to go to the toilet.
No, that is every.
Wait.
There you go, Jules.
There
it is.
Well, look, did you confuse me?
Okay, so
there it is. Right.
So two L's together.
Two L's together is pronounced like a C.
Clan. Verlingingoch Galgorgi Chin Yingrodo Willintan Silogo Gogoch. Is that close?
I nailed it.
Yes.
Oh.
Have you seen the video of the weather presenter?
Yeah,
Reading
good
it
for
out
Will.
Oh,
perfectly.
mate,
It's
mate.
astonishing.
Nice, well done.
Is Welsh in Ohio?
Wait, what? Did somebody say it's Wales and Ireland?
Is Welsh in Ohio? I mean, maybe.
Do you have to go over the sea to get to Wales, according to Scott Telford?
Shout out! Yeah, fuck me. Scott does not know geography, so he thought that Wales was an island.
I was also
but that's a story for another day.
That next question about what comic shirt I was wearing today, I didn't think I was wearing one, but I'm actually wearing a Teenage Ninja Turtles
What are you wearing?
t-shirt.
Yeah,
you are, boy.
Stand up, you
Come on, Chris! Come on.
Oh, Chris is here.
Gonna give a little shout. Come on.
Come on, say hello, Chris.
Chris.
So, interestingly enough, we're going to introduce somebody who does not get any sort of airtime, but we will give him some credit. Come on, have a sit down, Chris.
Can I sit here?
He's going to be very warm in here because he's like layered
It's
up for
really
the
warm.
winter.
dry on.
Oh, well, you're about to get super wet.
I don't drink.
So basically, this guy here is Chris Schofield. Now, what he does is he maintains the WhatCulture website as well as a myriad of other things.
I break it as well.
He also breaks it as well, but also makes sure that your experience on whatculture.com is as smooth as it can be. So let's just have a bit of Chris love, shall we? Let's just have a bit of Chris love.
Thanks, Chris.
And also he has the best patter when it comes to Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Wait, so if I tap that, then you die. Oh well, I guess I'll do that then. And that is Chris in a nutshell. If he can kill you at any point, he will. Chris Love, see?
Josh, come
Near
back.
the one.
Love.
Static X PlayStation.
I'm being jabbed.
Is that Phil's son? Not everyone is
Actually, no,
related.
the last time that
Thank you, Chris, you legend.
the last time Chris was on stream doing Jackbox with us, somebody thought Chris was my older brother.
I mean, you are
met your
both
younger
there.
Younger brother's in the chat.
I mean, both hairy, they both wear glasses,
Static
they're
X
practically the
PlayStation
same
says
person.
Chris.
Shit,
There
we
you
actually
go.
just reunited a family.
He's already
on stream.
taken, unfortunately.
I'm already engaged, I'm afraid. Never mind.
Smooth as Jules' mum's back door entry.
And that's his one per stream.
Yeah, well, there we go. Now, get the fuck off.
Bye.
Best thing about this stream, at least he's the most consistent technically, to be fair, after all. Fucking shambles. Whose Stella Artois is this?
It's Scott.
Civil play.
Scott is drinking the wife beater.
What have I got the other one?
Less than a week after getting married.
I didn't give it to you.
No, but
Shit,
it was
you're
on your
fucking
chair.
right.
Do you hear that?
He's drinking the wife beater as alcohol.
Less than a week after getting married.
I don't know. Are you?
It's the only way to
My
go.
name is Rach. Hello. Nice to meet you.
You've given me the look of like, I gotta go now.
No, I gave you the look of hi, Jill. Jules.
This mysterious oh my god.
Rach, I thought you were faithful to me.
Okay.
And now you're like, hey, you Jules guys, I'm calling him Josh.
There's a new narrative going on in WhatCulture Gaming. Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fake narratives, pretty much.
Okay, so one more race.
Wow,
and then we're
ICW,
free.
you've got to tone that down. It was fine before, but that crosses the line. I met your boys at Starcast. No way. So you met Phil and Simon Miller. Because that was the prelude to All In. And they said it was one of the best conventions that they've ever done. So
I feel
thank you very
nothing.
much for saying hi to them. They probably really appreciated that. And love from London. Look.
Oh, that's just sad to see.
Jules, why are you treating all these people bad?
Josh is disconnected from the room.
Do you know what the worst?
Josh,
I didn't mean to.
Josh,
Right, okay.
reconnect, you fuck.
I'm trying, it won't let me.
Are we doing more Mario Kart?
Yes,
Yes, of course we are. In all honesty, there
We need to
are.
reset up this.
It's here
this
all
room
along.
again.
There are
Okay,
probably
pro
some
controller
girls
go.
that I probably should call back.
Oops.
Hey, now.
Not right now, baby.
We're just waiting on Ashton Wake's to vote for a course.
The room's not showing up anymore.
Can we get Beyblade content on main?
You guys need to set the room up again.
10 greatest Beyblade episodes ever made.
Wait, we're all still in the room.
No, we're not.
Dragoon.
We're not in the room at all.
We're literally all still in the room.
No, look, I'm literally there.
We're literally all still in the room.
Are we showing the room? Okay, let's stop.
3. Look, I'm not. There we go. Just got to finish up the drink and then we go.
Oh,
I'm not-
so
Wait, Jules, wait, we'll start again. Start again.
Quick.
We actually started.
Start.
Start
Can we finish?
It's Adam Wilborn!
What the fuck? Adam Wilborn! Get involved.
Wrestling's own Adam Wilborn is here.
Oh, the mustached man.
He smelt the banter. He came in.
I don't know how you get in the frame, but...
Okay, so for those of you who don't know who Adam Wilborn is, if you have been living under a rock for the last 2 years, Adam Wilborn is the first and only WhatCulture heavyweight champion because he held the belt when it first started. Also, he's got a very dodgy mustache thanks to Movember.
He's donated.
Oh, plug your
Adam Wilborn.
the charity
Twitter.
thing.
Yes, please do donate for that fantastic charity.
So Adam Wilborn works so hard on all the podcasts that we do out for pretty much across most of the channels because
Yeah.
we at least set them up half the time because no one else has bothered to learn how to do it. He also does all the streams, does tons of wrestling content on the news as well as lists. Give him a follow on
At Adam Wilborn, WILBOURN.
and he is just a lovely person to know as well. So yeah.
Yeah, he's alright. He's
Do you
alright.
want to play a game of Mario Kart with us?
No, I'm really bad at Mario Kart.
Run away,
Fair enough.
He calls it Mario Shard because he's bad at it.
Makes sense. You and pick your character, mate.
Oh shit!
I'll
be the blue
Adam
head
World
guy. then.
Order respect.
Get a t-shirt, shop at WhatCulture.com.
There you go. Bye. Bye. I would love to do this where we just get more people just to do like guest appearances.
stars.
Yeah.
Oh, who was this? Who could this be?
If our internet wasn't complete shit, then yes.
You know what's great? I feel like some people don't realize like how many people we have working behind the scenes, like all like Chris and like the editors, like because I mean like Osley and Dan and Pert, like they're so good.
Yeah.
They do so much work, so much more work than me. Just saying. And yeah, I feel like we should give them some love, some like one of these days.
Someone says share a picture of Jules without his beard, and our heads will explode.
Just go back and look back through the old
Jules, have
gaming
you got your-
catalogue.
have you
There
got
are
your-
pictures of Jules without his beard.
Have you got your driver's license?
Oh no.
Have you got your driver's license?
Oh, you can't show that on stream.
Oh come on!
No, I ain't got it with me.
Right,
No,
so we.
Who are we missing?
Okay, so this is our last race.
All
This is our last
you
race.
guys at home need to know is that every time I fly home to see my missus, I get stopped at every checkpoint.
We saw this when we went to Berlin for PGI
It's
as
fucking
well.
so bad because like in my passport photo I've got hair and I've
you just
also
made two
got
ashes?
no beard, so it is literally the inverse of what I am now. People have often said that I'm running from my past
Oh, no, you
crimes. Let's wait for
It makes sense.
I mean,
Let's wait for more
right.
players, Josh. What the fuck are you on about?
Come on.
Let's wait for more players. You just said.
Hello.
Right, is everyone
Oh,
in? Is
shame.
everyone in?
You guys excited
Do
for
200.
Detective Pikachu?
200.
Yeah.
I'm
Last race.
I'm excited. So this is the last race and
Last race.
I'm winning 2. So that means that
I've won one.
Rachel's won 1.
I won one.
So that means that you two can only draw. And
I,
everyone else
I
can
won by not being a nerd and winning.
Oh,
You
there.
fucking own the comics channel, you nerd. You're my son and I want to beat you up.
You didn't have to say that on here in front of all the people who don't know about comics.
Right, shall we all,
Hey, no, no.
shall we all vote random?
No,
Yes.
to be fair,
Everyone
though,
vote random.
actually,
Osley, stop! No, you!
give some love to Ewan. Give some love to Ewan because you know what? He hands down runs the fucking comic channel. And yes,
Ewan!
consistency is not our
Ewan!
forte on that, but still, he is the man that comes up with the majority of the content that goes on it. So fucking give him some love for that.
Stroke you in the face slightly. There you go.
Jarvis, thank you so much for all the
I'm
Also,
sorry.
side note,
Maybe
thanks for
creepy.
Jarvis's pound. This is the last race, so if you're the boss by the time this stream ends, you get a care package.
Whoa!
Okay, package
boss.
It might have an empty
The
can of
moves.
Josh's hairspray in it.
Psychedelic macaroon, I will address this the one time. You're half right.
Ribbon, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Ribbon, you're not wrong. I owe this for JRH.
Wait, do the Pikachu. It's
That's so
it's
cute.
so close to
It's
real.
not. It's just. It's not real. It's ridiculous how perfect that is.
You almost have to be like, that's the voice for Detective.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Actually, someone asked us way before. What do we think of the Detective Pikachu trailer?
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
amazing.
We're a bit like.
It looks really silly.
I'm gonna watch it, but only because in my mind it will always be Danny DeVito.
Yeah, 100%.
Watch Mojo sucks.
Watch Mojo
all the
sucks.
way.
Hey.
Do you know what's really
Cheers,
funny? Do you know what's really
mate.
funny
Hey,
is that
hey.
we know for a fact that the CEO of WhatCulture, of Watch Mojo actually watches us.
They
We
don't
have
suck.
confirmation of that.
They don't suck. They don't suck.
No, they're very
We're
good at
just
what they
better.
do, but we do something
Thor
very
says you
different.
can move in with him to get away from me.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, that's all well and good, but explosive collars and leg braces.
I'm gonna allow that.
Have a distance.
Who
No,
was
why
you
not?
did Amanda
Who's
Waller
yet to
me
vote?
pretty
Why
bad
not?
the other day?
Yeah, at least they didn't say the other.
Who's yet to vote? Let's do some stuff.
Oh, sorry.
How are you?
It's not me. I'm not involved in this.
It's clearly you.
But yes, I saw a question earlier on. Yes, you can freelance at the comic channel if you want to write things. Please contact
All
me
writers
at
welcome.
WhatCulture.
Oh, fucking grumble vocabulary. Fuck's sake.
Yes, you can find our emails at the team page, the work emails, so feel free to bother us there if you want to do some cool content.
Isabel.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jules?
Let's all have a good time.
Are we drinking or are we just racing?
We're drinking. We're drinking. You do get a can.
No.
Get a can.
No.
What the fuck? Scott's not playing. Scott's disqualified.
Jules cheered before, it's fine. Come in first.
No!
So Scott doesn't win. Guys, remember this.
Why is Rach going
What's all this lava?
What the fuck, Rach?
Rach is cheating, and
She's treating. It's not fucking October.
My
Shit.
can is double the size of your can. I have pre-ordered my space.
Ash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to avoid my heat.
no, I had never won a game of this. That was my time.
Never will.
Oh, that's lava.
I'm into war. I'm sorry. Hello, Ash. I'm gonna kick your ass. Everyone have a good time.
No, I have a bad time.
I'm fleeing, I'm flying, I'm fleeing, I'm through.
He's flying and fleeing.
He's flying.
Flying and fleeing, he's Scott.
Where's the course?
Shit.
I fell in the lava.
Please don't.
Oh, there's nowhere to go. I can't
His name is Jules, and he's from
Oh
Portugal.
no, my bottle.
My name is
Portugal.
Rich, I believe in you. Ash, I believe in you. You, I believe in you. Rich,
Scott, believe in
I believe in you. Ash, I believe in you.
Coming to you, Julian.
Play the game, 'cause I'm
Scott, I believe in your ability to get behind me.
Get these
Inform me.
These nuts.
Oh, who stole my fucking boopy boop? I don't know what it's called. It's
Enjoy that.
Fuck! Sorry, that was loud.
That was very loud.
Sorry.
I've got this.
Who's not drunk?
Shut up.
No one.
Not drunk.
Please bring
Who's not drunk?
You're not drunk. You get disqualified no matter what happens.
I'm sorry, but like I drank.
Finished my
I drank, and you know what? I legitimately drank, and I'm at the back, and like no one else is like, come here.
No homo, but get behind me.
Whoa, where are you?
You're in front of me. You need to be behind me.
Don't go for me. Rich is it.
Hey, brother.
Let's go, Josh. Go.
I am not defensive.
Blue shell.
He's got fuck all. Go for it. Go for it. Now.
Oh no.
Killing Dane. Somebody get.
Sorry, Ash.
I said he wanted a blue shell.
No.
You're mine.
Chuck it now. Chuck it now. Chuck it now.
Fuck you, Josh.
I got a star. Where even? I'm in some cave. I don't know.
Josh, that's not the thing you should have done. Shit.
Josh, no.
What?
Stop. Josh, no, Josh, no.
Well, I guess that means, unfortunately, that Rich and I are the co-winners.
No, I
Congratulations.
refuse to believe that.
Well, you didn't fucking drink.
Two best in the office of Mario Kart.
However, if you guys are up for one more race between me and Rich, only
one.
then I will gladly take it.
Can we take teams? Can we like vote for people?
You can.
I will bet.
And the losing team has to do something embarrassing.
Oh god.
So choose your size wisely. Scott's already fucking leaned right in. He's
I will pick yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
familial
encouragement.
ties.
I picked Jules as well.
Familial.
I'll be team Rich because Rich is basically Rich. I mean, there's one letter difference. I'll be team Rich.
supporter, bro.
Actually, you know what, Rich? I'll choose Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, look forward to shaping your hair for the next video.
Oh, I chose Jules.
Okay, we have to pick.
Okay, so it's Jules versus Rich for the finale, and that's
I tell you what. If I win,
I'm gonna buy a bold cap, and you have to wear it on your next live video.
Mate, I'm almost fucking there. You've seen this.
Are you happy with that?
That's fine.
Osley has a very valid suggestion here. Losing team has to eat eggs.
Absolutely.
And considering, Josh, your
Absolutely
first official pick was Rich. If Rich loses, you have to fucking finish that egg shape.
That was not my first official.
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, I can't eat the ovum of a chicken because of very light sort of.
What a lame excuse.
Yeah. Vegan.
Oh, I'm a vegan, am I? Oh.
Hey, that's fine. More power to you.
Only when it suits me.
Okay, the loser has to, I don't know, down a drink and
I'm not shaving my fucking beard.
You have to sing a song about how much you love all the subscribers.
I'll tell you what, I'll play fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon. Happy with that?
And I'll play Valkyria Chronicles 4.
No, because that's a fucking decent game.
Yeah, I don't know shit about it.
It is.
You're saying that Roller Coaster Tycoon isn't decent, mate.
You wear a bold cap and I'll do something else. What are you gonna do? It has to be a physical punishment.
I'll wear a bowl cap. I'll do that.
What? No. If you win, you're not gonna wear a bold cap.
Oh, sorry, if I win.
If you win, what do you want me to do?
For the next chatty faces, right? Whoever wins, right? So if Rich wins, Jules has to do it with no hat on. If Jules wins, Rich has to do it with a bald cap, okay? Next chatty faces.
Best show.
I like that. Fine.
Yeah.
Fake arm hair,
So not this Friday, but next Friday.
Yeah. Oh.
Fine.
And Rage is dropping stuff now.
£60 controller.
Almost like you're the same person.
Boy Roy.
Richard Rich.
There's only
Rich
one
and Rich.
track.
Yeah.
There's only one track. There is only one track.
Ribbon Road, baby!
Oh god, I hate the suspense. Best track in the
What'd you
game.
guys-
Are we gonna do
200cc.
What do you guys think?
Drink?
No. Pure.
200.
I was hoping that was going to be the only thing I had on.
200cc, no items. Pure driving.
No.
Items. Normal items. Okay.
Fuck.
No teams. 200cc.
Neo!
No, you don't want to see that shine. The reason I wear a hat isn't because of
Jules.
fucking insecurity, it's just because I know how fucking bright it fucking shines on the fucking...
I will do a ball
Not
cap.
at night time,
I'm not
mate.
gonna lie, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued as to how I'm gonna
my
look.
God.
£60 controller.
Wow. So I need to get that foresight.
You've got dry skin, that's the
that
main
is.
thing.
Give Amy that,
Wavy
that
You're a wavy boy.
preview.
Right,
Hey,
here we
Team
go.
Ash, thank you for the team.
Good luck, mate. Here we go. Right, this isn't about anything else, this is just...
Okay.
Team Jules.
Pick your sides
Are you on
now.
the left?
Come on, Rich.
Come on,
Come
Jules.
on, Rich.
Come on, Jules.
He's got the full
Wide Roy.
controller.
Is Jules bold?
Oh, good, you're playing on some tiny little controller.
I know.
He's not rubbing on.
CC, holy shit.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's 200cc.
Why? It's the question. It's 150.
No, you're too hard.
No, it's not.
Yes, though. Burnout was 200cc.
Wangle.
Wangle. No wangling.
I don't.
Number
I'm
one.
gonna win this just because I'm gonna play it too cautiously.
You better fucking win.
Nah, dude, can we just do it?
No.
We're all on your freaking side.
Because I thought it was 150cc, I wouldn't have agreed to this if it was 200. I can't play it. I've never played it.
It's fine.
No, it's not. It's completely
You did in first place.
I'm not. I'm
Fine.
second, dude. I'm the right hand.
You said you're on the left.
Always black shot again for Mario Kart.
Can we please do it 150cc? I don't.
Maybe you should restart.
Yes. It's not. I didn't agree to this fucking thing.
It's too late.
Oh, who is rage quitting? Hello,
Rage
Who the fuck
quit.
did the rage quit?
I'm being a good sport.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rage
Therefore,
quit.
it's zero.
That's true.
therefore it's
Don't
zero
need to come over there.
Zero repercussions. 100.
Can I just say? Can I just say? Big,
Yeah, admittedly I do. But
big
I
shout
will
out
still
to
kick it.
Jarvis,
Yeah,
by
you
the
probably
way.
would. You probably would.
Big shout out to Jarvis. I've been off work for 6 months, stuck in bed. I'm bored, and WhatCulture is my lulz. Give me a break.
Thank you,
Jarvis, thank you so much for all of your super chats and stuff, and thank you for being here for the stream. Thank you all for being here for the stream.
Who is
the
current
boss? So the boss,
Busy.
Jarvis is the boss at the minute.
The boss is who.
Jarvis is the boss at the
Jarvis is the boss.
Jarvis, seriously, mate, I hope that you feel better soon, because obviously, you can divulge as to why that's going on, but just know 6 months is a lot of time to work, so just hope that you're alright.
minute. Yeah.
Take care of yourself, and remember, today is, I know this is a weird plug, but today is National Men's Health Day.
Is it?
It is really important for just
Good.
people to talk about mental health in general, and it is important for people to make sure that their feelings are heard and represented equally. So just, sound off. You got that. We all got love for you because you've got time for us. You know what I mean? So just make sure you're safe. Cool.
So,
Mama
last
boys.
race, last boss standing gets a care package. Oh, don't forget.
Yep.
Thor Thunder says, "What culture is what I watch when I poop?" Let's be honest. Thank you very much. We'll take the hits, mate.
That is honourable. Take the YouTube channel of choice when you're taking a shit. That's a
If
big
someone else
deal.
watched you as regularly as you take a shit, then that's fine. We'll take
Once a day.
That's a very good point, actually. That's a good metric.
That's every day, innit? So
It's a
that's
correlation or causation.
Checking in.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Turtha.
I'm checking.
Apologies for the.
Come on, Jules, can you win, mate?
Oh God, please don't shake me, please don't.
Here, go on, give it.
Shake it! Shake it! Rich, come on! Shake it like it's a Polaroid picture!
It's just I recently built a character who's good on this specific speed.
Go Jules.
Wide road.
That means we don't play 150.
Wide road.
No, right?
It's very discomforting. I don't like it.
Wide road.
Although shout out to Ben Roy. Let's go.
Editor of some of our finest videos, Mr. Ben Roy. Come on, Jules.
So what does 10 coins just increase your maximum?
Increases
It
maximum.
does, yeah. Come on, Jules.
You back in Team Rich?
Can we have it? So I am.
Why'd you do that? Shut up, Scott. Just like
Obviously,
beat
the,
you. Come on, Rich.
Obviously, the chat has been pretty. The chat's been.
I will get the records up. My Switch is on stream.
I see you in second place, mate.
I will show you the records
Second
of your
place,
butt
baby.
getting kicked by me.
Can I ask something? Can I ask something?
Rich, be better.
I'm sorry, Josh.
What are you going to ask?
So I've seen a couple of people mention in the chat Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is coming in just a couple of weeks. Would you guys like to see this again? Perhaps with Super Smash Ultimate. I mean, obviously today being a momentous occasion with the 1 million and all that, but I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh no, Smiley
I'm having
boy.
a lot of fun.
Streams
so-
are always fun. But it depends how much
Smash?
schedule.
Do you guys want to smash?
This is lab 3.
Yes.
I want to
Wish I wasn't playing on the
I wanna
fucking tiny.
I do apologise for that, but that's
It's fine.
multiplayer is like, hey, you can use 2 Joy-Cons, and then wireless is like, nah.
What did I get you?
I'm saving that as a clip, boy. Fuck me. Good shots.
I'm nervous now. I did not want to be first in this position.
mate.
No,
Good.
I've got shit items.
You got this.
Give me that mush.
God, you dropped me. It's gonna happen.
There's one more lap.
Is it one?
Jesus Christ. Yes, he's got me.
We supported you.
You suck. And you suck.
Congratulations on that.
The undisputed king of Mario Kart in the WhatCulture office.
So that means that next Chatty Faces I will do it without a hat.
We were all rooting for you, Jules. We were all rooting. That Tyra Banks meme is
Go on, Rich. Go on.
The funny thing is that because I had so many supporters, I feel like I've led them down a dark
I was the
path.
underdog. I am Celeste in Game of the Year. This is what I am.
Well done, Rich. Well
So
done.
what I'm saying is that I think that we should buy the
face.
I think
No,
that we
it's
should buy the
shameful.
bold cap anyway. And that they should also wear it in the Chatty Faces because they
I'm sorry.
me. They put money on
I'm sorry. I'm like familial here, so.
So it's going to happen anyway, so you might as well get used to it.
I mean,
Anyway,
There we go.
Also-
There we go.
Jarvis, congratulations. Someone's getting a fucking cap.
Oh, because of the fact that that is the end of the stream, we are closing it
Ash,
down
you're
right
slack.
now.
I don't want any more.
I know, yes.
So Jarvis, do
We're
please
gonna go
get in
home and
contact
eat
with us in some way, shape or
evening
form.
Yes, please.
We'll find some sort of email for you. I don't know.
How about the Discord? How about
Well, this is the thing. All you've got to do is just go follow us on the WhatCulture Gaming channel, and then follow if you want to get the care package. I know that before we had. Oh God, it's really annoying. I can't remember the name of the person who won the earlier one. But please just send me.
Jarvis anyway.
No, there was a previous one who was.
Oh, is
at
it,
the 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Happy? Sorry.
Yes.
they can get in touch.
If we remember you, we know your name.
If you send me a DM at RetroJ with a 0, then I will get your details, and then I'll be able to do that. So please send me your details via Twitter, and I'll be able to get that. If you want to follow us on Twitter anyway, then as I've just said, you can follow me at RetroJ with a 0. You can follow Rich at
Pick Up Change Toe.
At StashRP89.
Josh
At Josh Broon.
Josh Brune.
Rich.
Don't rage quit.
Ash Millman.
You and Ruins thing.
I just saved the best to last with that one because you and Ruins thing is still my favourite sort of tag ever.
Eric,
But seriously, so like massive thanks to all of you who've not only joined us here on this stream, but to anyone who has supported us. Even if you've watched us on the toilet, as done the conversations before, that still makes a massive difference.
That's right.
Especially if you watched us on the toilet.
Yeah,
Especially.
I mean, you bring us into your poops. Who'll be a judge?
We bring the poops to you, and you bring the poops.
If you want the I'm not a duck, I don't like wet bread t-shirt, I will make a limited run on Redbubble, but I will only do that if we end the chat and stream in the best possible way with all the thumbs up to us, to you. We're all going to put our thumbs up to you, but I'm going to have to ask somebody to actually stop the stream.
Someone should.
So probably somebody needs to go over to the computer over there, Josh Brown.
Okay.
Oh no! It's got a password.
I can't do the password.
You just need to stop the stream. I don't
want to stop the stream.
I don't want to stop it.
Everybody.
I've had a great time.
Well, okay, we'll be here for a bit.
Thumbs up, bruv.
No, but he's not even ready. He's not past it.
It's fine.
We love you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks so much. And also, a massive plug. Guys, massive plug. Stay tuned because Rachel's video is going to go live in a very, very short time because we're going to put your video.
We heard you guys like lists. You like lists? We heard you like lists.
So get those thumbs up. Get those thumbs up. Get those thumbs up. Here we go. And we're going to end in 5, 4, 3, 2.